30 radio stations in western Pennsylvania. And on the net with over 10 schools and hundreds of live and archived broadcasts at www.msasports.net. Anytime, anywhere, always there. We are the MSA Sports Network.
Welcome to exclusive coverage of the 2015 WPIAL football playoffs, only here on the Management Science Associates Sports Network. This evening in a Class A first-round matchup, it's the Greesnburg Central Catholic Centurions against the Bishop Canevin Crusaders. The Highway to Hines at MSAsports.net is sponsored by Progress, by First Commonwealth Bank, by Carlow University, by UPMC Sports Medicine, by Dunkin' Donuts, by Grove City College, by Dollar Bank, by Erie Insurance and the Charles M. Mills Insurance Agency, and by Management Science Associates. Now let's head out to Dormont Stadium and join Rick Smith and John Fisher for all the action.
It's the first night on the Highway to Hines. Thanks for joining us here on this beautiful Friday evening here in western Pennsylvania. I'm Rick Smith along with John Fisher, and we got a good one here tonight. The number 10 seeded Greesnburg Central Catholic Centurions go on the road here in Class A in the first round to take on the number 7 seeded Bishop Canevin Crusaders. Greesburg Salem comes in as the third place team in the Eastern Conference, and they are the number 2 seed, having only lost those 2 games to Clairton and Jeanette. Meanwhile, Bishop Canevin comes in at 6-3 overall. They're the second place team out of the Black Hills Conference. Their signature win over the Avonworth Antelopes earlier this evening. Again, I'm Rick Smith, joined by John Fisher. And John, tell me about the keys to the game for this Greesburg Central Catholic team.
Well, you want to double-team Sean Fitzgerald. 30 catches, over 450 yards, and 8 touchdowns. No one else has over 8 catches on the team. So clearly, Austin Scott's going to look for Fitzgerald to be the key to that offense through the air. That's one thing. On top of that, you need to put pressure on Austin Scott. He throws interceptions, 5 picks to 9 touchdowns. He can't be trusted all the time. He has a great arm. I saw him earlier in the warm-ups. He can throw it 40 to 50 yards, but it can be errant. It's windy tonight, too, and that's going to play a big part in this game. Also, you need to use your high-octane offense to your advantage. 2 great receivers through the air. Tommy Pellis is going to look for his cousin, J.P. Pellis. He has over 316 receiving yards this year, and Sam Nowicki with over 440 yards and 7 touchdowns on the receiving end. Those guys are going to be backboned by Alvin Ross with over 1,200 rushing yards and a team-high 18 touchdowns. A lot of attack on offense for the Centurions.
Dan Mahoney, the head coach of Greesburg Central Catholic, comes in. This is his 4th year as the head coach. Took over for Muzzy Colosimo after the 2011 season. Colosimo had 143 wins here. Colosimo, of course, now the head coach at Valley High School. Colosimo did win a WPIAL championship for Greesburg Central Catholic, the only one they've ever won. It was back in 2009. That was Class AA. Meanwhile, Bishop Canevin has also won one WPIAL championship, that in 1990, also Class AA. They were the state runners-up that year. Darren Shoppy, the head coach in his 3rd year now, took over for Bob Jacoby, who was the head coach of that team. Great coach, 238 career wins and 40 years as a head coach at Bishop Canevin. Shoppy was actually a player on that 1990 WPIAL team. So a lot of tradition here between these 2 teams, Jonathan. It should be a good game.
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot agree more. This is the first home game in the playoffs for Bishop Canevin since 2011, and they have to capitalize. Use home field to your advantage. It's going to get loud here at the stadium tonight, and you have a great running attack with Bridget and Hemingway. Over 1,200 yards on the ground and 17 touchdowns between the 2. One's for power, the other one's for speed. That's Bridget at 6'2", Hemingway at 5'6". You have a lot of options. Use it. Be able to capture what you have on the running game and transition it into points.
Let's go ahead and take a timeout. Both the teams are now on the football field. We'll get you ready for the kickoff when we come back. You're listening to the 2015 WPIAL Football Players Playoffs, sponsored by Progress, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
The history books are filled with the names of great athletes and great teams from Western Pennsylvania. They share stories of great victories and stunning defeats, but they all have one thing in common. They know the championship season is the time to be first. First Commonwealth Bank, proud sponsor of the WPIAL and the best high school athletes in Western Pennsylvania. First Commonwealth, time to be first.
When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf.
Rick Smith and John Fisher from Dormont Stadium. Tonight's officials, the referee Mario Seneca, the umpires Jamie Howell, the head linesman Mike Murin, line judges Bill Quinn Jr., field judge Patrick Mullaney, and your side judge Rick Lokaitis. And Greensburg Central Catholic won the toss, Jonathan. They have elected to defer until the second half, so Bishop Canevin is going to get the ball here first this evening.
Your captains for the Crusaders, Amon Bridget, Sean Fitzgerald, Austin Libro, and Finn Crossy. And for your Centurions, J.P. Pellis, Thomas Pellis, the two cousins tonight, Brian Pravarnik, and 26 Lucas Swear.
Riley Silkey to kick off for Greensburg Central Catholic. They will kick off left to right. Silkey, one of the Centurions in all white tonight. They have the gray helmets on. They have the maroon numerals on those white uniforms. Canevin, meanwhile, in dark blue helmets and the white numerals with the white trim. Hassan Woodson back deep for Canevin, along with Malik Hemingway. And it will go to Hemingway. Hemingway takes it at about his own 4-yard line. Brings it up towards the near side, cuts it back up the middle. And he is going to makes a good moving shoestring tackle there by Greensburg Central Catholic's Lucas Fayer. That could have been a real big return for the Crusaders to start this game, John.
You don't want to give the Crusaders that kind of field position, and when you have a running attack like they do, you can open up the pass. Even if they go into a spread, run an I form with the two running backs, you have options in the pass as well. Starting at the 37 is not where you want to be.
First down and 10 for Bishop Canevin. They move right to left. They come out in the gun. Austin Scott, actually it's the pistol formation, and he's got Amon Bridget behind him. And it will be the quarterback around left end. He's got good yardage. He is into Centurions territory, and a good gainer on the first play from scrimmage for Bishop Canevin. And they're going to mark that at the 37, so he goes from the 37 all the way to the other 37, 26-yard gain for the quarterback, Austin Scott.
Let's make that 3 running backs for Bishop Canevin. You already have Bridget Hemingway, who can prove they can run. Now you have Austin Scott, a dual-threat quarterback. That's going to have to change a lot of defensive schemes for the Centurions.
First and 10. Bishop Canevin on the move here early first quarter. Ball at the 37-yard line again of Greensburg Central Catholic. The Centurions come up with 3 down linemen. They have 4 linebackers. They go from the gun, power eye left. Handoff off the left side. And that is Amon Bridget on the carry, and he's got good yardage on first down all the way down to the 32. Let's give him 5 yards on that play, John.
You saw Austin Lieber. That's number 22 in blue right now on the field. He was that lead blocker, giving the way for Bridget to cut through that 3 gap and get the 5-yard gain.
Ball at the 32-yard line. Thanks for joining us. The puck is dropped on the 2015-16 PIAL high school hockey season. You can listen and watch Games of the Week returning next week only here on MSA. Got hockey all winter long for you. Second down and 5, ball at the 32 of Greensburg Central Catholic. Canevin goes slot left. They're going to hand it off around the left side, and it's going to be tackled in the backfield there. That is Malik Hemingway. And nice pursuit there, and a good play by Dom Eisenman for Greensburg Central Catholic.
And we talked about Hemingway not being the tallest, 5'6", in fact, and he has a big offensive line. Jake Reddy, 6'1", Alex Simpson, 5'11", Cam Rush, 6'5", and John Shar, 6'4". He needs to hide behind them and be able to use that to his advantage. You can't see him in front of the offensive line.
Yeah, nice penetration, though, by the junior, 6'3", 215-pound outside linebacker. Again, Dom Eisenman on the play. Loss of 2, 3rd down 7. Ball now at the 34-yard line of Greensburg Central. Again, they go from the gun, and it's going to be a handoff off the right side. Bridget powering his way close to a 1st down. Looks like he might be just short. He needed 7. Looks like he got about 6.5 of it. It's going to be close enough. They're going to need a measurement here, though, John. No, they're going to go ahead and move the sticks. 1st down. Nice job there by Bridget. He's a big running back.
Yeah, we already talked about it. 6'2", 205 pounds, and he's only getting started tonight. You're going to see him getting at least 20 carries, as he should. They need to trust the running attack, and this is a perfect opportunity for Greensburg Central Catholic. Put 9 in the box. Make them throw the ball.
And keep in mind, Bridget with that cast, that soft cast on his right hand, doesn't seem to be causing him any problems. They go from the gun. And Scott rolling out to his right. Wants to come across the field. He's got an open receiver in and out of the hands. It falls incomplete. That was Sean Fitzgerald. And he got us in there, the seam between the linebackers and the safety that time.
The play looked broken up as soon as it went past the 20-yard line. It was like a bit of confusion between the two receivers. You have the X and Y cross. It should have been an open opportunity to run on the outside and that near the hash marks in the end zone. Great throw by Scott, though, right in the hands.
It was a nice job to come run to his right and then pretty much reverse fields through it all the way across his body. It's a good pass. Should have been caught, quite frankly. 2nd down and 10 now. Ball at the 27-yard line of Greensburg Central Catholic. Again, they go from the gun power right out of that formation. They're going to hand it off the right side. Good. It's Amon Bridget, and Bridget is down inside the 15-yard line. He's got a 1st down all the way down to the 13. Gain of 14. And the Crusaders are on the move here in the first possession of this game.
Use that big offensive line to your advantage, and this time it was Bridget doing so. He had 2 lead blockers cutting to the right side on that pull block, and he had a wide open 1st down, and even more after his great breakthrough speed for 1st down and 10 on the 13.
Yeah, they're going to get a timeout here. Greensburg Central Catholic on their heels. They want to talk about it. Dan Mahoney does not like what he sees from his defense here. We'll have a 1st and 10. We're going to keep it right here. The ball is marked at the 13-yard line of the Centurions. Some of the top athletes in the WPIAL are featured every week on the MSA Sports Center stage, which you can view on our YouTube page. Log on to our website this fall at msasports.net and check out which athletes we're talking to. Plus, our weekly game lights are also now featured here on the MSA Sports Network. Rick Smith along with John Fisher. I want to thank Jess Levos handling the live video stream for you on YouTube tonight. Thanks, Jess. She's up on the roof there somewhere above us. And now we go off the left side, and it's going to be Hemingway. Hemingway busting through the tackles. He's going to have 1st down and goal situation. Gets an 11-yard gain. Boy, the Crusaders doing a nice job on the ground here.
And you would think the Centurions have learned thus far, but they're not even stacking 8 in the box, only 7 there. They're still keeping their secondary on looks like an umbrella in the secondary. You need to be able to stop the run. They've only tried to pass once on this drive, and that's why they're on the goal line right now. The Crusaders showing what they can do on the ground.
Nice explosion there for Hemingway. Just a sophomore. Gets 11 on that. 1st down and goal. They go power I. Can hand it off to the fullback up the middle. And it is in for a touchdown. Austin Libro, the senior 5'7", 190-pound fullback. Exactly 3 minutes for Bishop Canevin to get on the scoreboard here. They lead 6-0.
What did they do, Rick? They ran the ball. Only 1 pass attempt. We just talked about that not even 10 seconds ago. And they were able to force their way into the end zone. Excellent drive by Bishop Canevin.
Yeah, give that offensive line a lot of credit there. Very impressive initial drive here. And the kick by the left-footed kicker. And that is Jake Brooks, the senior kicker. And it is up and good. 7-0. 3 minutes into the game. Bishop Canevin on top here. Let's see what Greensburg Central Catholic can do with the football when we come back. You're listening to the 2015 WPIAL Football Playoffs, sponsored by Progress, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
UPMC Sports Medicine is the region's largest and most experienced center dedicated to caring for athletes of all levels. And as we celebrate more than 25 years of world-class care, we're proud to offer more services, have more physicians, and treat more student athletes than any other sports medicine provider in the region. Why would you choose to go anywhere else? To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
Back with you from Dormont Stadium, Rick Smith alongside John Fisher. And wow, Canevin marches right down the field. They're on top 7-0 here 3 minutes into this game. Short squib kick taken up by one of the upbacks. That's Jason Eubank. And he is going to be stopped right at the 33-yard line. So that's where the Centurions will begin their first possession of this game.
I think you're about to see a different offensive situation for the Centurions. They're going to be looking to throw the ball. We're going to get our first look at Tommy Pellis. Like I said earlier on this evening, 95 of 170, 1,304 yards through the air, 14 touchdowns, and 4 picks. And he has 2 great receivers, too, that can corral the ball and run for scores. They've done so. 8 touchdowns between Nowicki and J.P. Pels on the season.
Alvin Ross, also a good running back, over 1,200 yards rushing, number 4 in Class A in the WPIAL. Centurions a la Dallas Cowboys there. Old school, quite a few members in motion. They go off the right side. And tackled there, that's Alvin Ross. And Alvin Ross is brought down by Jake Reddy, the senior linebacker, 6 foot, 223 pounds. Good penetration, loss of a yard.
They've only given up 19 points against this year. And you look at the teams like North Catholic, they only lost 20-0 there at North Catholic. Defense is very stout.
Absolutely. On this season, only given up less than 20 points per game. Greesnburg Central Catholic, meanwhile, has scored 300 points on the season. So something we got to give here tonight. Second down and 11. Ball at the 32-yard line now, the Centurions. They go from the gun. Pass out in the left. Flat is picked off. Canevin's got an interception inside the 30. Zach Trusky on the interception. He is down inside the 10-yard line. Wow, Trusky just playing center field there. Returns it all the way down to the 5, and another first down and goal for the Crusaders.
There is a flag on the play, Rick, at the 25-yard line of the Centurions. But what a play. Trusky, the number 3 running back for the Crusaders, seeing he can catch the ball, too. Let's see what the flag looks like here.
I don't think Tommy Pellis ever saw him there, and it will be a block in the back. So that's going to bring it back to the, so they're marking it off from the 24-yard line, spot foul. So instead of a first and goal at the 5, it is going to be first and 10 at Greensburg Central Catholic's 34, but all Crusaders here early. 8:01 left to go first quarter. 7-0. Bishop Canevin on top. Number 7 seed here at home. The winner of this game will get the winner of Cardinal Whirl North Catholic. And they are taking on Union, that game being played at North Park's J.C. Stone Field tonight. All the kickoffs and all classifications, 7:30 starts tonight. First and 10 for Canevin from the 34 of Central Catholic. And it's going to be, there's a fumble on the snap there. Austin Scott able to jump on it. It's going to go forward for a 2-yard gain.
And the defensive formation right now, as you guys can see on your television screens, 9 men in the box. They're stacking 5 on the line. They're going to have the 2 outside linebackers kind of survey the outsides. They don't want to break another long run, especially on the wide side. Hemingway has a lot of speed. Looks like 4.40 potential, which is atop the WPIAL as far as speed among any running back.
Let's see if that opens things up for Sean Fitzgerald, perhaps. He's wide out to our left here on the near side of it. They're going to run it, though, however, and it's going to be Amon Bridget, the big senior. Not much there. Let's give him a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
I think the Greensburg Central Catholic coaching staff has learned what Bishop Canevin is trying to do. They've, like I said, only 1 pass attempt so far and at least 7 rushing attempts. It worked on the first drive, but they're figuring it out.
3rd down and 7, I should say, at the 31-yard line of Greensburg Central Catholic. And we're going to get a timeout by Bishop Canevin, so they burned their first one, so both teams have taken a timeout. We'll take a timeout. 6:51 left to go in this first quarter, 7-0. Bishop Canevin on top. They'll have a big 3rd down coming up when we come back. You're listening to the 2015 WPIAL Football Playoff, sponsored by Progress, only here on MSA.
says you can only enjoy breakfast in the morning? And who says you can only enjoy it one type of way? At Dunkin' Donuts, breakfast is delicious any kind of way, any time of day. A breakfast craving can strike any time, whether it's morning, noon, or night. Dunkin' has the perfect combination of breakfast deliciousness to satisfy any craving. Bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, sausage, egg, and cheese on a croissant, ham, egg, and cheese on an English muffin. All your favorites anytime you want them. Stop by Dunkin' for breakfast anytime. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary.
Back with you from Dormont Stadium. Austin Scott is going to call his own number, runs it up the middle on 3rd down and 7, and he is blasted at the 25-yard line. He is going to be about a yard short here. It's going to be decision time for the head coach, Darren Shoppy, the head coach of Bishop Canevin.
If you trust his leg, you can try and go for the field goal, but even at this level, that is a long way. You're looking at about, well, it's going to be spotted at the 25. You're looking at a 42-yard field goal. They'd be better off if they go for it here. Even if they don't make it, they still give the Centurions pretty average field position to start their next drive.
Absolutely. You're in that no-man's land where you got to go for it here. We were watching the kicker, Jake Brooks. He's accurate, but does not have a big leg, so obvious decision here. Austin Scott will go under center. They go with a power I again. Let's see if they go the fullback in. Oh, and that's going to hurt Canevin. The tight end over on the right side there moves. That was Jacob West who jumped the gun. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Crusaders.
I think this is whenever the offensive line, whenever you have a false start penalty, it's all mental. Calm your nerves. It is your first home playoff game in 4 years, but you need to be able to play under pressure. This Greensburg Central Catholic team is no joke. This is not the regular season anymore. You win, you're in. If you lose, well, you're going home.
Yeah, Greensburg Central Catholic, a very strong number 10 seed here in this bracket. Only 2 losses to the number 1 and number 3 seeds, Clairton and Jeanette, respectively. So this is going to change things. They'll go from the gun now. 4th down and 6, ball rested the 30-yard line of Greensburg Central Catholic. Scott rolling out to his right. Passes back. They want to go a screen pass, and that was tipped on the play. It's going to fall incomplete. Nice penetration there by Jake Weir, the senior, 6'4". He used all that height to tip that, and the Centurions will take over on downs.
You can definitely tell that not being able to run the ball has taken the Crusaders out of their comfort zone. Trying to pass, Austin Scott looks a little lost, even though he's had a pretty successful season so far, and he's only been the starting quarterback since week 5 of the season. Already with 9 touchdowns, he's a little inaccurate right now.
Now that certainly that procedure call hurt there. They had a 4th and 1 situation. That is their comfort zone, but unfortunately the 5-yard penalty pushed them back, and they turned it over on downs. 1st and 10 for the Centurions. They move left to right. And they're going to hand it off up the middle. It is a good gain here. It's Alvin Ross. Alvin Ross into Bishop Canevin territory. They'll mark it at the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 20 yards on the play for the big back, Alvin Ross of Greensburg Central Catholic.
Well, there's a reason why he had 1,245 rushing yards on the year. He found the hole, went right through the 2 gap, was able to split between the guard and the tackle, and he went he was untouched as well.
Ross, just a junior, 5'9", 170 pounds, got the good speed. They're going to give it to him again, blasting his way. Good push forward. He's stopped. They actually never brought down to the turf, but they blow the whistle after a 5-yard gain down to the 44-yard line of Bishop Canevin.
He dragged Austin Libro 3 yards, and like you said, he was never really down. His knee didn't touch.
Yeah, he kind of pushed him backwards. He was running backwards, but they had blown the whistle. So it is a 5-yard gain on 1st down, a good pickup for them. We'll go from the pistol again. Again, it is Tommy Pellis, the quarterback, 3 yards deep. And, of course, Alvin Ross dotting the pistol formation. Slot out to the right, that's Ryan Quinn. Wide out to the right is J.P. Ellis, the cousin of the quarterback. And again, they're going to go off the left side to Alvin Ross, and Ross has got enough for a 1st down, needed 5, gets 7. And that'll be another Greensburg Central Catholic 1st down. Well, we got a pretty good story about the Pellis cousins.
Yeah, we found out earlier from one of the assistant coaches that they're both cousins, been playing together for quite a while now. And it seems like they have chemistry from throwing in the backyard. 1 touchdown catch for JP.
And their fathers are brothers and their mothers are
sisters. Yeah.
That was the interesting part, I thought. Not just that they're cousins. It's all in the family with the Pellises. So 1st and 10 now for Greensburg Central Catholic at the 37 of Bishop Canevin. Again, I like the way this kid jitterbugs his way through the line. That's Alvin Ross again, using that shiftiness to get a good gain on first down.
The junior at 5'9", 170 pounds. He's able to power his way. Like I said, he dragged Libro 3 yards 2 plays ago, but that way he was using, you called it shiftiness, I agree. He was able to make a couple men miss for the Crusaders.
3:35 remaining first quarter. Canevin on top, 7-0, but the Centurions on the move. Second down and 6 from the 33 of Bishop Canevin. They go from the gun this time. They fake the handoff and going down, fly pattern down the sideline. It is in and out of the hands. Good coverage on the play. That was J.P. Ellis, the receiver, and it was Malik Hemingway with a great coverage on the corner there.
Hemingway, a very good two-way player. Both men had 2 chances to catch the ball because it was tipped up in midair after it was touched by J.P. Pellis' hands, and Hemingway almost came down with an interception in the end zone. Luckily, it seemed like Pellis batted it away at the last second to avoid the turnover.
Pellis, 6 foot 3 inches tall. It's a nice play by Hemingway, especially giving up 9 inches there on the play. Third down and 6 now. Ball at the 33-yard line of Bishop Canevin. Go from the gun, the quarterback, Tommy Pellis, looking over to the sideline there towards his head coach, Dan Mahoney. They go slot left. He looks out to the left, goes over the middle, and it is a nice slant pattern, and first down catch there by Ryan Quinn.
You can't leave the slot open. You have to have your nickel come in because you're going to be looking at the long pass isn't working right now. The short, quick passes are what's going to really separate the Centurions from getting past this Bishop Canevin defense.
Gain of 11 on that play. Again, first down for Greesnburg Central Catholic. Ball now at the 22-yard line of Canevin. 7-0 lead for the Crusaders. Centurions looking to get on the board here. And they hand it off around the left side, shaking out of a tackle there and getting good yardage there. Alvin Ross again getting around left end. It looked like he was going to be brought down in the backfield, John.
He certainly is slippery, and that's Jamie Williams trying to bring him down. He's unable to. He has that breakaway speed, and he's strong. He has that low center of gravity, hard to bring down. That's why it takes 2 to 3 boys to even get the guy down.
Alvin Ross gets all 10 yards that he needed there. Does move the sticks again. Ball now at the 13-yard line. First and 10. Impressive drive here for Greesnburg Central Catholic. Their second possession of this game. They're going to go to Ross again. Ross again bouncing it outside. But he's tripped out this time at the 10-yard line. And that's going to be about a 3-yard gain.
I think Dan Mahoney saying to himself, well, you know what, I can run the ball too. And they're certainly doing so. We were looking for the pass attack for the Centurions to really be the highlight of their game this evening. Not so much. It's been the run game that's been very impressive. Honestly, it's been the only thing that's getting them any offensive ground, and they're already in the red zone.
Now, they did have that nice slant pattern earlier. They picked up a first down here during this drive. Second down and 7. Ball at the 10-yard line of the Crusaders. And they're still looking for that play from the sideline. Tommy Pellis now finally gets it in. He goes sidecar right. That's Ross. He's got slot way out to his left. He's going to hand it off to Ross. And Ross again. Good penetration there by the Crusaders. He's going to lose some yardage.
The 2 linemen busted right through the line. Were able to get him first before he can even make a move. You saw him use that juke move once, and then he tried to do it twice, but there were already 3 defenders there to bring him down. That's why you have to get penetration early, right through the middle, bust the center up, and get around him to get him in the backfield.
Jake Reddy again. We called his name a couple times here, playing a good game for the Crusaders. Got the tackle on that one. Third down and 9. Ball at the 12-yard line. Looking out in the left flat. He's got an open receiver and diving forward. And out of bounds. It's not going to be a touchdown situation. That is Sam Nowicki for Greesnburg Central Catholic. They're going to mark that at the 4-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 1 yard to go. Another big 4th down here in this first quarter.
And that's Nowicki's first target on the night from Pellis. They are double teaming him, leaving J.P. Pellis open. We saw that deep ball that almost was successful.
1:29 left to go first quarter, 7-0. Canevin on top. Big 4th down and 1 here for Greesnburg Central Catholic. Ball at the 3-yard line of the Crusaders. They go from the gun, 3 backs. And they are going to go for Wildcat. Here's Dom Eisenman, takes the pitch, and they throw it over the middle, and it's batted away. Oh, what a play there. Oh, my, just at the last second. That was Zach Trusky with the play. Unbelievable play.
Yeah, that leaves me a little bit speechless. I don't think I've seen a play like that all year long in the WPIAL. How creative. You have to give props to Dan Mahoney for calling that play up.
And you got to give more credit to Trusky there to be Johnny on the spot and bat that away. What an athletic play there, and what a goal line stand here for the Crusaders.
That was more so like a Tim Tebow jump pass right in the backfield. Usually for the Wildcat, you want to either run to the outside, look at your options, or if you can split a hole open in the center, you go through. Not a jump pass.
He looked like Michael Jordan going Superman there on the pass. Did not work, however, for Greensburg Central Catholic. Very creative, but did not get it done. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders now from their own 3-yard line. They move right to left. Late first quarter, they've got a 7-0 lead, and they've got to be energized by that big goal line stand here at Dormont Stadium. And they're going to go off the right side, and that's going to be Bridget. Bridget breaks a tackle, powering his way to the 20-yard line, all the way out to the 25-yard line. Oh, what a run there by Bridget to get his team out from under the shadow of his own goalpost.
I think this is going to be the Mom Bridget show. And on the other side of the ball, you have Alvin Ross doing the same thing. Using his size to his advantage, he's able to break past the outside. I think it's 6 broken tackles now for Bridget already, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
He's a big one. 6'2", 205-pound power back. 21 yards on that carry. 1st and 10 Crusaders from their own 24-yard line. Under a minute now to go first quarter. They go from the gun. Power eye left. Again, it's Bridget. More of him. Off the right side. He breaks one tackle and powers his way forward again to the 29-yard line. That's a nice gain of 5 yards on that one, John.
They're going to make sure that the offensive line and the backs are all staying healthy, upright, and they can't be fatigued. It's only the first quarter, yes, but they're also playing two-way football, and they're running the play again and again and again and again, and it's going to be able to come up, and they're going to have to keep their legs fresh. That's why Hemingway is in there, too. Bridget's not going to be the only star on the ground for the Crusaders.
2nd down and 5 from the 29-yard line. Again, they go from that gun. This time, power eye left. Austin Libro in the fullback position. And it'll be Bridget behind the quarterback, Austin Scott. I'm on Bridget. Having himself a very good first quarter here. And they're just going to go ahead and let the first quarter run out. 7-0. Crusaders on top here. And we'll go ahead and take a timeout and come back for the second quarter. You're listening to the 2015 WPIAL Football Playoffs, sponsored by Progress, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Life is about having the confidence to know you can do anything right. I get that at Carlo.
I graduated with top awards, but beyond the classroom, Carlo helped me learn a lot about myself.
Carlo brings out the best in you.
I know I'm going to be a fantastic nurse.
I know whatever I come across, I'll be prepared.
I can't think of a better place to start the rest of my life, because at Carlo, I know I matter.
I matter.
I matter.
Enroll at Carlo University. Visit carlo.edu.
Back with you from Dormont Stadium, Rick Smith alongside John Fisher. Coming up at the half, it's the MSA Sports Halftime Show. This week, Dawn Rebel and the Professor. They're going to go over the final regular season grades at WPIAL High School. Should be good. Make sure you stay tuned for that.
Speaking of scores from around Class A, Beth Center up early on Avonworth 6-0, and you have quite the blowout early on. Neshannock over Bentworth 14-0. That'll be a game to look out for, and Clareton over Carmichael's 8-0 early on.
Thank you, John. 2nd down and 5 as we begin the second quarter. The team switch sides of the field. Bishop Canevin now moving left to right across your computer screen. They move off the right side, and this time it's going to be a carry by Hassan Woodson. And Woodson, the senior 5'7", 146-pounder, brought down after a gain of 3 yards.
Hassan Woodson, coming in at 5'7", 146 pounds. They really have a 4-deep rushing attack, and you have Scott, the quarterback. You have Bridget and Hemingway, Zach Trusky, the power, Austin Libro, the fullback, and then Hassan Woodson. They have so many options. I mean, I wouldn't even know what to do with them. If you let Bridget run until he gets tired.
Absolutely. Well, that's the nice thing is they do have those other running backs and can give him a blow every once in a while. 3rd down and 2. Now for Canevin, big 3rd down play, but they go to Bridget here. Bridget stopped in the backfield. Let's see, he was able to lunge forward. That was good penetration on the play. Greensburg Central Catholic, they don't have a number 57 on my roster. Why don't we have a number 57? But he only got one of the 2 that he needed there. 4th down and 1 coming up here, and it looks like we're going to have a punt situation. It'll be Jamie Williams who will be punting it away for Canevin. He stands at his own 20-yard line.
Great stop for the Centurions, blowing that momentum.
Back deep for Greensburg Central Catholic is Sam Nowicki, standing at his own 37. Wobbly kick is going to go out of bounds into the Bishop Canevin bench. And that is a short one there. The line of scrimmage was the 33-yard line. That is going to be marked at midfield, so that's only a 17-yard punt, John.
You're going to give Greensburg Central Catholic great field position thus far, and the way they're running the ball right now, it's going to be very interesting to see how Alvin Ross is used. They could even run a scat back and have Alvin Ross catch it in the backfield, run some screen plays for some extra yards. They're going to have to go more than one-dimensional.
Jake Nesser was 30 on our roster. He's wearing 57. He's the one that made that real nice play.
Very elusive on our roster sheet and on the field.
Yeah, some 27 numbers higher than he was originally, but it happens every once in a while. But he did make a great play, so we wanted to give him credit there. And thank you to our PA announcer for helping us out there on that one. First down and 10 for Greensburg Central Catholic from midfield. They move right to left. They go from the gun, twins out to the right. Going to hand it off. No surprise here. Alvin Ross again. He's jitterbugging in the backfield. He's got himself in all kind of trouble. And he's going to lose 5 yards on the play, John.
With tailbacks like Ross, who can make so many moves that you don't want to blink because you might miss them, you have that inner fear that you're going to be going sideways and not forward. You need to be run north and south, not east to west. He can do everything. But on that chance, Bishop Canevin figured it out.
Yeah, they did. Sean Fitzgerald was one of the players that got good penetration there. Loss of 5 again on that play. Second down 15 now for the Centurions. They will go trips out to the left, wide receiver out to the right. That's J.P. Ellis. From the gun, it's Tommy Pellis. Line of scrimmage, the 45-yard line of Greensburg Central Catholic, and we get a flag. It might be too much time there. It took a long time to get that play off, and we do get delay of game. So it's going to be second down and 20 now for the Centurions. They're going in the wrong direction.
That's really the first mental mistake that I've seen Greensburg Central Catholic make all night. They seem very composed, very mentally focused, and Dan Mahoney did a great job with that. They're coming in here, the underdogs, because Bishop Canevin, with the ruckus crowd here, the student section going crazy, they are at a disadvantage not being at home field.
They do have a nice showing here for Bishop Canevin. The students off to our right there. Jess, if you can get a shot of that, please do so. And now scrambling it on the play, it's the quarterback, and he's got good yards on the play. That's Tommy Pellis into Bishop Canevin territory, and he is all the way down to the 37-yard line. That's a pickup of 23 on the play.
Well, the guy that usually likes to sit in the pocket, I never expected Tommy Pellis to run like that, and it was really a last-ditch effort. You have the negative run, and then you have the delay of game penalty. Second down and 20. What does he do? Like you said, big gain for the first down. He can throw and he can run. Now Bishop Canevin is going to look out for that too.
Yeah, Tommy Pellis, you're right though. Doesn't even really show up too much on the. He's run for 235 yards, so he does get 5.5 a clip. So he can run the ball. Double reverse. Now they go with the flea flicker, and it's a long pass on the play. Open receiver down. The trickery is going to work for a big touchdown. Ends up going back in the hands of the quarterback, Tommy Pellis. He throws it to his cousin, J.P. Ellis, for the touchdown. And that is going to be a 37-yard touchdown, but hold your horses. We have a flag on the play. Let's see what that's all about. It is going to be a personal foul. It's roughing the quarterback, so Tommy Pellis took a hit after that. So the touchdown stands. What a play. Trickery there by the Centurions, and they trail now 7-6, 9:16 left to go here in the second quarter.
I've seen plays ran by the Centurions, and I really haven't seen that jump pass off of the Wildcat. Now it was a double flea flicker. It was pitched back 3 times, and being wide open, J.P. Pellis found the open lane.
Riley Slyke to kick the extra point. It'll be Sam Nowicki to hold. Trying to tie things up here early second quarter. And the extra point is up, and it is good. We're tied up 7-7, 9:16 left to go. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the 2015 WPIAL Football Playoff, sponsored by Progress, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
MSA Sports broadcasts are now available on both Android and iOS devices. Just navigate to the game of your choice, and on your mobile device, press the arrow or play button. It's that easy. No app needed. No matter where you are, MSA Sports content is available at your fingertips via your iPad, Android phone, iPod, and iPhone. Anytime, anywhere, always there. The MSA Sports Network.
Rick Smith alongside John Fisher here from Dormont Stadium, and we're all tied up 7-7. We got a good one here. We thought this would be a good game between the number 7 and number 10 seed, and it certainly has not disappointed. And that personal foul for roughing the quarterback is now marked off on the kickoff, so the quarterback, the kicker, I should say, Ryan Slike is going to kick off from the Canevin 45-yard line. Let's see what he can do here. He just pops it right into the end zone, and he's going to do exactly that. That's going to land 8 yards and roll through the end zone, so that's a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for Canevin from their own 20-yard line.
Very impressive leg on that kicker. Kick it right into the end zone.
Yeah, he took care of that, no problem. And of course, that extra 15 yards helped quite a bit.
Yeah.
For updated football scores on Friday nights, check out MSA Sports on your mobile device at m.scores.msasports.net.
And I've been doing that all night, Rick, and we already have Clareton only up 8 early. Now it's 22-0 Clareton over Carmichael's, and then you have Neshannock 21-0 on Bentworth. No score yet for the North Catholic Union game, to which the winner will face that winner next weekend.
Clareton averages 59.6 points per game, so I'm sure they're not done, the Bears. Number 1 seed in Class A. Handoff off the right side. Line of scrimmage is the 20-yard line. That's going to be Hassan Woodson, and Woodson gets a gain of 6 on first down.
First productive run for Woodson this evening.
27-yard line.
Dan Mahoney, how do you game plan for 5 different running threats? 2 that can break out big runs, 2 that are power backs, and 1 is your quarterback, and you have to worry about the pass too. I don't know how many QB spies you can have on the play, every single play at once.
Yeah, you can go in a lot of different directions here, and they've been doing that. Impressed with Darren Shoppy's offense here. We thought it might be a little bit one-dimensional, but it is diverse in the fact that they can go to a lot of different backs. Man in motion off the left, that is Woodson. They're going to hand it off the left side, breaking it back inside. That is Malik Hemingway, the scat back, and he gets it out to the 29-yard line. So he needed 5. He gets 4. It'll be 3rd and 1.
The sophomore, until he graduates, he's going to really need to learn how to be patient. He could have broke a run out to the right side. It was a short side of the field, but he had an opening. He's so small and quick that he could have been able to broke through that, but he wasn't patient. He was very eager, and that's what stopped him only after a couple-yard gain.
3rd down and 1 now. We'll call it a long one. Ball rests at the 29-yard line of Canevin. Under 8 minutes now left to go. We're tied up 7-7. Got a good one here from Dormont Stadium. Thanks for joining us here on MSA. They go pitch out around left end. 1st down and more. It's Hemingway. Hemingway breaking it back to the near side. Now back to the middle, making another move. And he is finally brought down at the 44-yard line. He needed just a yard. He gets 15, and I think he ran about 40 yards to get it, John.
Yeah, he made at least 5 moves to get that amount of yards. But, wow, what a play by Hemingway. And that's what I'm talking about, patience. He surveyed the field, and he had to wait for the opportune moment to make or break left or right. And I think that was the perfect play. It really sparked the crowd. Now they're yelling again. They're getting back to what they were in the very beginning off the interception and the touchdown. Hemingway, great job keeping up the momentum.
I'm out of breath just watching him run around like that. 1st down and 10 at the 44-yard line for the Crusaders. They go power I. This time they're going to go with the power back. Bridget off the left side pounds his way behind his left tackle. And he is into Greensburg Central Catholic territory at the 48.
I love the way that Bridget runs, and for Pittsburgh fans, at least Steeler fans, he holds the ball like Le'Veon Bell holds the ball, up high and tight. No one will ever strip that ball away from Bridget, and he's able to do that while standing up straight and running. He lowers his shoulder when he needs to, but he's standing up straight, being able to get the quickness into his game.
8 and 9 on that play, and again, give Bridget credit because he's got a broken right hand, wearing a soft cast, yet keeping a good hold of that football, like John was saying. And now we're going to get a timeout situation. Let's see what we got here.
Timeout Crusaders, second charge.
And it is going to be a timeout for Bishop Canevin. That is their second timeout. And we'll keep it right here. We are once again glad to be the home of the Progress Athlete of the Month this school year. And that's during the turf sports seasons of fall and spring. Progress will once again be recognizing an Athlete of the Month this fall in each of the following sports. That's football, boys soccer, and girls soccer. Our winner for October were Alvin Ross of Greensburg Central Catholic. We see him here tonight. That's in football. Michael Snowball. He should be good in the winter sports, I would think. He's a Fox Chapel boys soccer player. And Kyra Watkins of the Charleroi girls soccer team. Check them out on our website at msasports.net. And if you have a suggestion for who should be considered for the November ballot, let us know at info@msasports.net. That is the Athlete of the Month, sponsored by Progress. And Progress First and Turf is sponsoring this second quarter as well.
We have our first score update from North Catholic, 7-0 over the Union Scotties early on.
That being played out at North Park at Stonefield. 2nd down and 1. Now for Bishop Canevin, and they go with the big power back. He needs 1. He's going to get 3 on the play. That's Amon Bridget moving the sticks again for the Crusaders.
What a perfect 1-2-3-4 punch. I mean, we've been talking about it all night. Bridget's going to be the power back. He's going to get most of the carries. This is the right time for Scott to look downfield. They're not expecting it at all. There's 2 men in the secondary. They're second 9 in the box, and they're still running the ball. As Bridget comes off the field, you're getting Hemingway back in there for the Crusaders. Don't be afraid to pass the ball. They're not looking for it right now.
Power on power here, and right now Crusaders winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line of Greesnburg Central Catholic. They go with the jet sweep around the right side. He cuts it up inside. That's Hemingway. Not much there on that play, John.
Like I said, you need to be able to pass. And with 6 minutes left in the first half, there's not a more opportune moment for Austin Scott to show off that arm.
Don't forget, coming up at the half, it's the MSA Sports Halftime Show. This week, Dawn Rebel and the Professor, I believe that's Mike White, they're going to go over the final regular season grades at WPIAL High School. Always an interesting show this time of the season.
Sean Fitzgerald still has not been able to get in this offense yet. Just wait for it. He will in a big way.
2nd down and 8. Ball at the 42-yard line of Central Catholic. They fake the handoff, and they're going to go from the Wildcat here. And it is Malik Hemingway. And Hemingway breaks a tackle. He's going down the sideline, finally knocked out of bounds at the 20-yard line. That is a pickup of 22 yards. And now there's a flag down after the play as well. That was well after he was pushed out of bounds. But how did he get through there, Jonathan?
Well, since he's so small, he's able to find holes that, like Amon Bridget, could not do. He can stop on a dime running full speed and switch directions completely. Amazing run by Hemingway.
On the Centurions.
It's a late hit on the Centurions.
Personal foul. That's showing some frustration there, and that is going to mark it half the distance of the goal. And it should put it at the 10-yard line. We should have a 1st down and goal situation here.
And that is going to make it 1st and goal.
You would expect from a runner like Hemingway as your 1st and goal for the Crusaders to be a 1 run, 1-yard run, 1-yard run, 2-yard run, 30-yard run. He's consistent, and that's what I love about those kind of running backs.
Maybe actually put that ball at the 9-yard line, so it is 1st and goal now for the Crusaders. They move left to right. Under center, Austin Scott. He goes power I. Dot in the eyes, Bridget. And they're going to hand it off to Bridget off the left side. Bounces it inside. And he is going to get maybe 2 yards on that play. That was nice defense there by the Centurions.
And you see Austin Scott and his head coach Darren Shaw trying to figure out what to do now. Don't be surprised if they run a little play action. Try to get Fitzgerald into this offense. Bridget and Hemingway have done all of the running and really all of the offense for the Crusaders.
2nd down and goal from the 7-yard line. This is where Bishop Canevin on this point of the field had the big goal line stand earlier. And now they go to Bridget outside, spins his way, but he is knocked to the turf. And he's going to get all the way down to the 2. There is a flag down in the backfield about 5 yards behind where Bridget was brought down to the turf. Let's see what that's all about.
Bridget had 3 lead blockers, especially on that spin move.
Block in the back, the call against a Crusader, so that's going to hurt. So instead of 3rd down and goal at the 2, they are going to have 2nd down and long. And goal to go here.
Now, do you still run the ball here, even though they did get brought back 10 yards?
Markoff will be from the 3-yard line.
This is where this offense gets hurt. We saw it earlier. They had a 4th down and 1 situation, got moved out back to 4th and 6, and it hurt them. The good thing here for Bishop Canevin is it's only 2nd down. Bad thing is the ball is all the way back at the 14-yard line. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Moving clock. We're tied 7-7. Canevin looking to go back on top here. Go from the gun empty, set backfield. 4 receivers out to the left. They go bubble screen out to the left. And there he is. That is Sean Fitzgerald. And Fitzgerald's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 9-yard line, so give him a gain of 5 on that, John.
At the 9.
You have to give Fitzgerald more running room. I think that play, the Centurions kind of sniffed it out because you saw the extra defender, especially the nickel, coming in on the wide side, and he saw that screen pass from a mile away. Scott either has to fake it, read the play, fake it, run right, kind of like a bootleg almost in an empty backfield, or run up the middle. You don't have to throw to him if there's already 4 defenders out manning your blockers on the opposite end.
First time we've seen Bishop Canevin spread it out like that. It is 3rd down and goal at the 9. And we get movement on the right side of the line. And that is a pre-snap whistle coming rather late there, but that's going to be a pre-snap penalty. And again, Canevin shooting themselves in the foot here. They're going to be backed up another 5 yards.
Now, if they don't execute on this third down play, they're going to have to make a tough decision. You already have less than 5 minutes in this half. You're tied right now in a very key game. Do you trust the leg of your kicker, even though he's accurate, yes, but doesn't have the distance?
Now, we were told earlier about 30 yards is his max kick, and they're right there right now.
31.
So, yeah, they're going to want to try to get about 5 or 6 yards here. They got to stop these penalties, unforced errors here too. Especially this last one here on the movement on the right side of the offensive line. So it's third down and goal. The ball is at the 14-yard line.
From the 14.
They go Twins right, Twins left. Sidecar to the right. That's Hemingway. And rolling out to his right, throwing it over the middle. It's a jump ball in there. Oh, it nearly was caught. And it does fall incomplete. Scott's pass into the end zone was intended on the play for Palmasina, Don Palmasina, and he was knocked to the turf here. It was a nice play by one of the safeties back there for Central Catholic.
And Don Palmasina was the quarterback that Austin Scott took over the duties for. Went right in his hands, but you threw it into trouble. There was 4 defenders to 2 receivers in the back of the end zone.
I believe that was Alvin Ross who made that play, hit him, Palmasina, right in the back. And they are going to kick the field goal here. It is going to be a 31-yard kick here on the left hash for the left-footed kicker, Jake Brooks. Good snap. The kick is up, and it is no good. Wide right. Unfortunately, he had the distance on that. Had the distance, but it does sail right. The score remains 7-7, 4:04 left to go here in this second quarter of action. We're going to keep it right here. MSA Sports continues our coverage of high school football Saturday with the Pittsburgh City League Championship game tomorrow. As the Alderdice Dragons battle the defending champion Brashear Bulls, the kickoff is at 3:30 p.m. It's Saturday high school football, District 8 style, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Well, if you want a high-scoring game, Clareton's already up 38. It's not even the end of the first half. So we have a wonderful game here at Dormont Memorial Stadium.
Oh, the Mighty Mikes they are licking their wounds already. Yeah, those 1 versus 16 games are usually not very pretty. And that one is one of them. And they go off the right side here. Centurions 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. It goes to the fullback, Sam Nowicki. He's going to gain 4 yards on first down.
4-yard line, gain of 4.
Now, Dan Mahoney still has 2 timeouts. He should wait and use them until they're farther down, at least a better field position. And back into that kick, it was the right call. You have to trust your kicker in that situation. Only a 31-yard field goal. It's a shame he couldn't make it.
Yeah, he just missed it. It was a good effort. Tied up 7-7, 3 minutes, 30 seconds left to go.
7-6.
Second down and 6 from the 24-yard line. Centurions move right to left. Sidecar left, they fake the handoff, rolling out to his left, the right-handed quarterback, in and out of the hands of the would-be receiver. That was Jason Eubank. The junior could not gather that in, and that's going to bring up third down.
Well, you can thank Jimmy Williams for ruining that play. He got right into the face of the quarterback, Tommy Pellis. He wanted to get his open receiver, and there was a little bit of running room. He could have got at least 4 to 5 yards, but the defensive end, the tough defensive end, was able to get in there. Hands in the face, perfect placement of his body, and he was able to throw for an incomplete pass.
Ball still at the 24-yard line. Third down and 6. Big third down here for both teams. 3:21 left to go. Tie game, 7-7. We're in the second quarter. Twins right, Twins left. Short side of the field is the right side. And it's going to be a pass over the middle, in and out of the hands, and back into the hands of the receiver. And that is caught. And again, that's the cousin connection. Tommy Pellis to J.P. Pellis. But that little bobble that went up in the air, he did a nice job of the concentration. Let's see where they mark that, John. Needed to get to the 30-yard line, and they are going to mark that as a first down. The Canevin fans do not like that. You can probably hear that on our crowd mic. But that does move the sticks, according to the referees. I thought the ball came out of his hand and he had to go forward, and I thought he was short of the first down.
No instant replay here, Rick.
No instant replay. And now they run it off the right side. It's going to be Alvin Ross again, and Ross powering his way up to the 35-yard line. Let's give him 5 yards on first down.
Time's ticking down, under 3 minutes to go in the half, and if they want any momentum going into the second half, they need to put at least 3 points on the board. Running the ball's not going to do that. They're at a slow pace right now.
They mark it at the 34, so let's give them just 4 yards on that first down play. 2nd down and 6 now. Twins out to the left here. And that is Quinn, along with Nowicki. Sidecar right. And Pellis wants to pass. He wants to go deep. Down the sideline pattern. He's got an open receiver. Did he stay in bounds? No. Runs out of territory. That was Alvin Ross, the running back, was 20 yards downfield, but incomplete on the play. It's kind of a floater of a pass there.
You know, off camera, we were talking about a lot of teams in the WPIAL now going to the spread offense, putting up 40 to 50 points a game. This is a game straight out of the 1990s. Running the ball, ground and pound, only 14 points scored in the first half.
Yeah. A lot of shotgun, though. You didn't see that in the 90s, but I agree with you. More a traditional defensive style. And I don't think that's too surprising with the 7 and 10 seed here. Both teams playing it close to the vest. 3rd down and 6 now. Out into the flat close to us, and that goes in and out of the hands of the would-be receiver right in front of the stands here. Sam Nowicki had a shot at it. I don't think he would have had enough for a first down. He didn't. He probably would have gone out of bounds right into the Canevin bench.
Now you have to punt, and if Canevin can convert here, going into the half 14-7 or even 10-7, that's one leg up on the Centurions.
I believe this is Greensburg Central Catholic's first punt here. Riley Slake will punt. He's standing at his own 21-yard line. Back deep, Fitzgerald and Hemingway for Canevin. Line of scrimmage, the 34-yard line. Slake gets it away, and it's going to go to Hemingway at his own 30-yard line. It's a 36-yard punt. Hemingway breaking tackles. Boy, he's not a big kid, but he just broke some tackles, or he gets 16 yards on the return. And that's going to give Canevin good field position here with 1 timeout remaining and 2:06 to work with.
It looks like he gives the defenders a false sense of security because he's right there very small, and these defenders are, they have at least 5, 6, 7 inches on him, so it's easy to wrap the arms and get the small man down, but he's able to get away from you so quickly. And I'm honestly truly impressed, and it's making the transition between Bridget and Hemingway almost seamless.
Yeah, they're a nice, they really complement each other well. Let's see what they can do here. 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Again, 2:06 left to go here in this first half. 1 timeout for the Crusaders to work with. They go 4 receivers out to the right. Empty set backfield for Austin Scott. Scott flushed out of the pocket, nearly brought down, shakes a would-be tackler. Now he gets rid of it. Over the middle, he's got an open receiver, and that is Sean Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald breaks a tackle. He's down inside the 40-yard line. Down near the 30, jumps out of bounds all the way down to the 28-yard line, but there is a flag down in the backfield. Actually, there's 2 of them. This is coming back.
It's looking like you saw Jake Reddy, number 55 in blue, getting up with the Centurions player. It looked like they were shoving. I'm not saying that officially, but they both were down. They got up at the same time. It looked like they were tied up.
This is going to negate a 25-yard gain. Nice job to shake off a would-be sack there by Austin Scott and then find his receiver streaking across the middle there, Fitzgerald. And Fitzgerald did the rest. Nice yards after catch, but it is a hands to the face. No, it's against Greensburg Central Catholic. Oh, my. We were expecting a holding call where those 2 flags were. Not to be. So they're going to add 15 yards onto that long gain. And this now, the Canevin Crusaders in business here.
In the red zone, Rick.
Oh, absolutely.
On the pass to Fitzgerald.
And it was after the play. It was at least 3 seconds after Scott let go of the ball. So if it was going to be a holding call, it was clearly a late flag. But since it was after the throw, Canevin fan had some optimism, and it looked like it worked out for him. Clearly, they're in the red zone here with less than 2 minutes to go.
They tack that on. That is going to be marked at the 10-yard line. Yeah, let's see if they drop the sticks over there. They got the sticks in the wrong spot. We need to adjust that. What do they got going there? Ball is, looks like it might be just outside the 10-yard line. And now they do finally drop those sticks. Okay, so we do have a first down and goal situation. We'll call it the 9-yard line. 1:45 now left to go. Austin Scott from the gun. Out into the left flat. He's got an open receiver, and he drops the ball. It is incomplete. I thought he had it there momentarily. But it does fall incomplete on the play. That was Kellen.
Incomplete.
Actually, that is number 10. Got Kellen Justin on my roster here.
I think they're overthinking their goal line offense. Don't make it so difficult on yourself. Just run simple plays. Run a play-action bootleg out into the wide side. You have open room to throw and run. If you survey the defense and they have every defender covered, use all your tools to your advantage. They're not doing that.
Second down and goal here from the 9-yard line. This has been the place where teams get stopped, but not this time. 9 yards into the end zone. Amon Bridget. And he puts the Crusaders on top here, 13-7, 1:33 left to go here in this second quarter. And for Amon Bridget, touchdown number 13 on the season.
Untouched. And that was the big thing. The blockers up front, the big guys on the offensive line were able to do their job. And Bridget, he usually doesn't need blockers because he can run them over by himself. Easy trip to the end zone.
Jake Brooks here, the left-footed kicker, for the extra point. And the snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. It gets over the crossbar, and now we get a flag down. Hold everything here. We got a flag down.
1:33 to play in the half.
And it looks like this might go against Greesnburg Central Catholic. Let's wait to see what this is all about. And it is, the extra point is good. Dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. So Canevin is going to kick off from the 45-yard line of Greensburg Central Catholic when we come back, I should say. 14-7. Bishop Canevin on top of Greensburg Central Catholic. 1:33 left to go here in the first half. You're listening to the 2015 WPIAL football playoff, sponsored by Progress, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Recapping the Crusaders scoring drive. 53 yards, 3 plays, 33 seconds off the clock.
Attention high school seniors, as one of America's top colleges, you'll want to visit Grove City College for Senior Crimson Day on Saturday, November 14th. Explore more than 50 majors and learn more about the value of a Grove City College education. Did you know it's the lowest cost of any private four-year college in Pennsylvania? Register for Senior Crimson Day on Saturday, November 14th at gcc.edu or call 724-458-2100. Grove City College, because faith and learning matter.
Rick Smith and John Fisher from Dormont Stadium here. It's been a very entertaining first half here. And Amon Bridget, who's been a force here in this first half, breaking the deadlock 9-yard touchdown run for the Crusaders. They lead 14-7. And that penalty actually went against Bishop Canevin. They kick off from their own 25-yard line. So that unsportsmanlike conduct was on the Crusaders. My apologies for that. They did point in that direction. I should have picked that up. So good field position here for the Centurions. They get time to work with here, and they still have 2 timeouts.
Give the ball to Alvin Ross. He has been the star of their offense thus far. There's a reason he has 18 touchdowns, leading the team this year. More rushing touchdowns than passing touchdowns. Both Pellis and Ross, 32 touchdowns total.
Right now the ball is at the 47-yard line. There is a flag on the play. The referee's talking about it over on the far side of the field. It is a dead ball foul. We've had a few of these here in the first half. Unsportsmanlike conduct again. This one's on the Centurions.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Centurions.
And now they're marking it on both teams. So that's going to nullify. We get the offsetting unsportsmanlike penalties. I imagine both coaches will be admonishing their teams at halftimes about these post-play unsportsmanlike conducts we've been seeing here in this first half, John.
Yeah, I mean, to be frank, they're inexcusable. You know, you be level-headed, stay composed. You're in a playoff game. You're fighting to try to win a Class A championship. Why unsportsmanlike? No reason.
Yeah, it's an unforced error. There's the things that you can clean up under your own control. 1st and 10 for the Centurions from their own 47-yard line. Good field position. They go screen pass, and it's picked off. Oh, my. It was tipped up into the air by Alex Simpson, and then John Shar picked it off. Oh, my. What a play by Simpson and Shar. They read that screen perfectly. And Alex Simpson gets up into the air, tips that, and Shar, Johnny on the spot, picks it off.
You know, when you're taught to deflect a pass, you're usually just one thing, bat it down. Don't tip it up into the air because the running back, the intended receiver, has a chance to catch it. But they're 2-on-1. John Shar, the lineman, coming up with the interception. Huge. They're on the 32 of the Centurions. They could score again. They have the opportunity with one timeout left.
Yeah, what a turnaround. Centurions with excellent field position. One play, give it away. 1:21 left to go. Canevin still with one timeout to work with. Scott from the gun. Rolling out short to his right. Goes across the body over to the left side. That was intended on the play for Palmasina, and it falls incomplete. It was right at his feet.
You got to try to catch that. You said it was at his feet, a little bit higher, right at the knees. He looked and he went to try to go catch it, and there's some more jarring back and forth.
Yeah, we got Palmasina's over there. Fitzgerald was
Pavarnik of the Centurions.
Yeah.
Southside Beaver 19, Fraser 6.
Telling him to get back to the huddle. You got to clean that up. Like I said, Dan Mahoney, the head coach of Central Catholic, and Darren Shoppy, Canevin head coach, they'll be talking to their teams about this at halftime. No doubt about it. Ball at the 33-yard line. Greensburg Central Catholic again from the empty set gun. Scott over the middle. He's got an open receiver. Fitzgerald puts a move on inside the 25. Now to the 20. Breaks outside. Nice stiff arm there. He's finally thrown out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Called the 18. That's a pickup of 15 yards on the play. First down, Canevin.
I think we've finally seen what Fitzgerald is capable of. With 30 catches, 450-plus yards, and 8 touchdowns. The 5'9" receiver is fast, yet and elusive at the same time, and great hands too. Didn't catch it in the chest, right in the hands. He stuck him out there like every receiver should.
Love the yards after catch by Fitzgerald. 55 seconds remaining, clock moving. One timeout remaining for Canevin. 1st and 10 at Greensburg Central Catholic 18-yard line. Scott from the gun rolls out to his right. And now he's going to call his own number. No, he does the smart thing. He did not have an open receiver. He had double coverage down there in the corner. Threw it outside the end zone there, incomplete.
Great play call. I mean, absolutely outstanding. Even if it was a wasted opportunity, you're opening up the offense so that Dan Mahoney might have to change his defense. They're finally not a one-trick pony anymore. They're starting to throw the ball.
Stops the clock. 42 seconds remaining here. Ball at the 18-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Canevin huddles up, and now they come up to the line of scrimmage. They go slot left and twins right. They go to the up back on the snap, and it's a good gain by Hassan Woodson. And the 5'7", 146-pound running back moves it down close to first down yardage, and we're going to get Canevin to burn their first time out here.
Bishop Canevin.
That's the danger of having 3 receivers, in a good way, of course. See Woodson take it out of the Wildcat. We've seen them do that on occasion, and it's worked every time. High success rate for the usual high-risk, high-reward play.
Don't forget to tune in for This Week in the WPIAL on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Join us as we visit with some of the top WPIAL coaches, plus we preview the quarterfinals of the 2015 WPIAL football playoffs. That's this week in the WPIAL, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. here on MSA. So that was a gain of 9 on that last play. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Ball rests at the 9-yard line. And that was indeed, I think I mentioned this, but I do want to mention it again, that was the final timeout for the Crusaders, as they're over at their own sideline here on the near side of the field talking to head coach Darren Shoppy.
The last time they had a close opportunity like this, Bridget ran it in for 9 yards untouched. Maybe they're going to run with the same play, open it up, have the guards and tackles push outward, so you leave that wide middle lane open.
3rd down, less than a yard here. Ball at the 9-yard line. They go power I. It will be Bridget. It dots the I. It will be Bridget with a handoff. He spins his way off right tackle into that hole, and he's got enough for a first down. And that will momentarily stop the clock. 31 seconds remaining. They crank it up real fast. First down and goal now. Ball at the 6. Again, power I. Again, Bridget. This time off the left side. Again, spinning his way in, and he's going to be stopped just short at the 1-yard line. Let's call it the 2-yard line. Gain of 4.
Clock's going to keep going.
15 seconds left to go. Quickly, Canevin up to the line of scrimmage. Again, they go from the power I, and they spike the ball. That ball resting at the 2-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 2. 9 seconds left here in this first half. What do you do here, John?
Well, do you go with your bread and butter? You might want to run the ball with Bridget, maybe jump over the line. I'm sure he could. He's quick and elusive. I'm sure he's an extreme athlete. He can get over the line. Or do you run some trickery, if you will, bootleg left on that wide side of the field? Hemingway is the fastest player on your offensive unit. They wouldn't have him run outside. Either way, they're going to run the ball. I don't see them passing here.
No, I agree with that. A lot of possibilities, though, like you said, but they're going to spread it out pretty good. They go twins out to the right, twins to the left. Sidecar to the right of Austin Scott. That's Libro. And they are going to pass it into the left flat, and it is in and out of the hands. Falls incomplete. There's still 6 seconds remaining here. So it was a play where you wanted to go ahead and pass it into the left flat there. It would have been a touchdown or an incompletion, and you still got time for one more play.
It was almost picked off, actually. That was a little bit too close for comfort. And I'm sure Darren Schaub, his heart maybe skipped a beat back on the sidelines. And right now, like you said, 4th and goal on the 1-yard line. Do you trust your running back to drive it through? I do. I think Austin Scott has some speed himself.
They forego the field goal here. And they are going to go pro set. They go from the gun, sidecars on either side of Scott. And it is going to be Bridget. Bridget tries to turn it up, and he is going to be held just short. Oh, my. Both these teams with great goal line stands here in the first half. And hence we got a low-scoring game here, 14-7. The Crusaders stopped 1 yard shy of the goal line, but they lead 14-7 at halftime. What a great first half. It's going to be a great second half. John, some quick thoughts here before we go to the halftime show.
It's been a running battle between both teams, and you have Bridget on one end, Ross on the other. I think you're going to see the playbooks open up and allow both teams to throw, but Centurions are lucky. It could be 21-7 going into half. It's not. They're only down 7. Both teams are in it here. What an excellent game.
Excellent game between number 10 and number 7. John and I will be back here after the halftime show. We have that with Don Rebel and the professor, Mike White from the Post-Gazette. We'll go ahead and get you back to the studio for that right now. Again, 14-7, Bishop Canevin on top of Greensburg Central Catholic here at halftime. You're listening to the 2015 WPIAL Football Playoffs, sponsored by Progress, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Welcome to the Highway to Hines, and welcome to the Erie Insurance and the Charles M. Mills Insurance Agency halftime show here on the MSA Sports Network. We thank Charles M. Mills for being a sponsor of the halftime show all year long. We are done with the regular season. This is round 1 of the WPIAL playoffs, so we welcome back for the second and final time the professor.
I am back to give out my final grades. Do you believe it? School's out for summer. About half the teams WPIAL school's out.
And
so
the
I'm
other
get
half
out some
of the
final
half will
grades.
be out tonight.
I'm not going to give out any grades that student Charlie Mills, though. I have to get his transcript.
That's right.
To see his grades.
He's done well.
Yes, he's done well. I assure you that. Here we go. How about that Professor John Ruane? That nutty professor. Don, I'm going to give him a gold star.
Gold star.
Penn Trafford's only 4 perfect regular seasons, 3 of them under him. Second year in a row. Bell Vernon. That
gold
student Bell Vernon.
They
the
got
gold
a lot of
stars
gold star
on the gold
turf.
turf.
Yeah.
They were perfect on all their tests, Mr. Rebel. They don't get to be the valedictorian of the AAA playoffs. That goes to Central Valley, even though they failed one test. Is that right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Is that correct scoring?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No, I don't like it.
The grade book, the W, you don't like Timmy
I don't
O'Malley's
like
grade book?
Oh, is that? I thought that was yours. Okay.
No, that was Timmy O'Malley's grade book.
I won't say anything bad about that.
Hey, you know what? I just saw Southmoreland in the hall with their tongue hanging.
How are they doing?
They had their tongue hanging out there, looking everywhere for water fountain. Apparently, there's a drought at Southmoreland. And the students, he can't get any water. There's a playoff drought, Don.
That's very good.
They're all running up and down the hall looking for a water.
Panting.
After recess, panting. 1979, last time they made the playoffs. They were looking for, and then no else I saw them with their tongue hanging out.
No, who's that?
Leechburg. Little Leechy. They've had Devil's Night last week for the Halloween. Second longest playoff drought in WPIAL. They haven't been in since 1988. Geography class, Latrobe. They need MapQuest. TomTom on their iPhones.
They need a lot of things.
Lowest scoring team in Westmoreland County, 8 points a game. Kudos to Professor Ebner at Kiski area. They didn't pass one test a year ago, Mr. Rebel. Now, I don't know if they're going to win tonight, but they've won 5 games in the postseason.
Some good tutoring.
I got to go. I'm needed in the cafeteria.
All right.
Someone threw chocolate milk.
Enjoy your lunch break, and we'll be back with more of The Professor when the halftime show continues on the MSA Sports Network.
No regrets. You may have some regrets in life, but not with Erie Insurance. We'll treat you fairly and won't penalize you for a mishap. And we have great rates. So instead of regrets, get to know Erie. See for yourself why more than 90% of Erie customers stay with us year after year. Get a quote today.
Call the Mills Agency, servicing Greensburg, Ligonier, and Jeanette. 724-834-3015.
Erie Insurance.
When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf.
The history books are filled with the names of great athletes and great teams from Western Pennsylvania. They share stories of great victories and stunning defeats, but they all have one thing in common. They know the championship season is the time to be first. First Commonwealth Bank, proud sponsor of the WPIAL and the best high school athletes in Western Pennsylvania. First Commonwealth, time to be first.
No regrets. You may have some regrets in life, but not with Erie Insurance. We'll treat you fairly and won't penalize you for a mishap. And we have great rates. So instead of regrets, get to know Erie. See for yourself why more than 90% of Erie customers stay with us year after year. Get a quote today.
Call the Mills Agency, servicing Greensburg, Ligonier, and Jeanette. 724-834-3015.
Erie Insurance.
First round of the WPIAL playoffs tonight. It's the halftime show here on the MSA Sports Network. Don Rebel and the professor giving out final grades.
Wow, I'm just out of breath.
You okay?
There's just bedlam here at this school. What's the matter, you?
All right.
I was just showing a film strip, and little David Drzmicki got sick, so I put down the sawdust, and little Donna Ferdahurst started freaking out because she didn't want to get cooties, and then little Richie Jarzinka stole Sister Annunciata's veil and hid it in Mr. Naderhoff's class.
In the cloakroom?
I'm running around everywhere in the cloakroom, right. So here we go. First, I'm going to say in this second half, I want to be a matchmaker and give out the award for the cutest couple. Can I have this cutest couple award?
Sure.
My pleasant quarterback is Johnny Yester.
Okay.
Does he have a sister?
Named Doris Day?
No.
Yesterday?
No. I want to match his sister up, if he has one, with Avonworth top receiver Garrett Day. So then she'd be Susie Yesterday. Oh, yeah. Cutest couple. All right, you going to the commencement ceremonies tonight?
Commencements? What commencements?
You're not going?
No, I guess I'm not.
For Wilkinsburg. They're moving on.
Yes.
Would you call it graduating? Yes, they started football in 1903, won the very first WPIAL titles in 14, 15, and 16. No, I did not cover them. They are moving on.
No more trips to historic Graham
Field. Closing the school, the students will go to Westinghouse. You know, there's all this talk about schools having to score high in standardized tests on. Well, how about all the high scores of players this year in WPIAL football? Seriously, it's crazy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about this. Zach Chandler, Avonworth, broke Bruce Gradkowski's regular season passing record. He threw for more than 400 yards twice. Two players threw for more than 500 yards. Jason Dunbach of Riverside, Bentworth's Josh Hughes, Pine Rich's Phil Jerkovic, Beaver's Darius Wise. Both threw for 1,000 and ran for 1,000 in the regular season. Only the third, fourth players WPIAL history to do that. And Jerkovic very well might become only the third player in WPIAL history to throw for 2,000 and rush for 1,000 in a year. Gold Stars, Beth Centers, Anthony Welsh, Clinton's Lamont Wade, Woodland Hills Miles Sanders all go over 4,000. And those little quips at Aliquippa scoring perfect again. 6th year in a row they scored perfect in the regular season. The only ones who have done that before have been Professor Clausen's little students. Braddock. Now, closing out. Professor of the Year. I'd like to give Frankie Mazzocco of Neshannock, but I'm going to give it to big Professor Humbert. Matt Humbert, Brett Balvernon, 2 undefeated seasons now with two different teams, Ringgold and Bell Vernon. Who does that? Maybe I have only remembered George Novak, Steel Valley, Woodland Hills, and Art Walker, Shady Side, and Mount Lebanon. Have there been others? Maybe. I don't know of any. Student of the Year.
Art Walker, maybe.
That's what I said. Who did I say?
You said
George Novak.
The older Art Walker. I was thinking the younger Art Walker.
Both of them.
Okay.
Undefeated seasons at both?
Yes, Central Catholic and North
You're right.
Allegheny.
So 3 of them then.
Right.
And Student of the Year, how about, maybe should be Phil Jerkovic, Pine Ridge. I'm going to go with, how about this? This could change, though. Aaron Matthews of Clairton. He's thrown for 1,800 yards, 22 touchdowns. On defense, too, he's their leading tackler in leads and sacks with 7. Right now, my Student of the Year. That could change.
All right.
See ya!
Back
Get on
to
the helicopter.
Second half of the game you are listening to here on the MSA Sports Network.
The MSA Sports Network is more than just high school football this fall. Log on to MSASports.net for coverage of all other scholastic fall sports with schedules, results, and rankings of boys and girls soccer. We'll also have results and postseason coverage of girls tennis, boys and girls golf, and cross country. Plus results and rankings along with weekly matches involving the MSA Sports Hometown Girls Volleyball program. The best coverage of all WPIAL fall sports is only here on the MSA Sports Network. Make sure to follow the MSA Sports Network on social media this season for breaking news, scores, links to our articles, and much more. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/MSA Sports and get in on the conversation with thousands of local sports fans. Follow us on Twitter at MSA Sports and check out our YouTube channel, MSA Sports WPIAL, for hundreds of video interviews with local student athletes, game highlights, and more. Whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or our websites, MSA Sports is the place to go for high school sports in Western Pennsylvania.
When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf.
Back with you here from Dormont Stadium. I'm Rick Smith and joined by John Fisher. 14-7, Bishop Canevin, the number 7 seed, with a 7-point lead at halftime over the number 10 seed Greesnburg Central Catholic, and a couple of nice defensive stands by goal line stands by both defenses over towards the goal line to our right here in that first half, or there would be more points on the board, but still a very entertaining game. And here with the scoring summary and the statistics from the first half, Mr. John Fisher.
Well, early on in the first quarter, you had Austin Lebro with the 2-yard run, really rushed right up the middle to give Bishop Canevin the early 7-0 lead. And later on in the first quarter, that was the only score in that quarter. Zach Trusky with a big interception on the first throw from the quarterback for Greensburg Central Catholic, Tommy Pellis. And moving on to the second quarter, the Centurions got on the board with a 37-yard touchdown pass from Tom Pellis to his cousin, J.P. Pellis. That brought the score to 7-7. And then late in the first half, 9-yard touchdown run by Amon Bridget to give the Crusaders a 14-7 lead going into the half. And you talked about the 2 big goal line stands. One of them came at the very end of the first half to keep that score to within 7. Now, the stats, the one that I saw, and Rick, I would love your opinion on this, 195 rushing yards as a team for the Crusaders. They're really imposing their will on the ground.
Absolutely. You got to give the offensive line a lot of credit. Bridget has been outstanding, Hemingway as well, and they mix it up quite a bit. Even the quarterback, Austin Scott, can do some running. We've seen a little bit as well from who's the other running back that runs the ball quite a bit?
Hassan Woodson is another one.
Hassan Woodson we've seen. So even Trusky is been pretty good. He scored the first touchdown, didn't he?
It was Austin Lebro, the fullback, but Trusky still in the running attack for the Crusaders. Hemingway with 51 yards on 6 carries. Bridget, 89 yards with that 1 touchdown on 15 carries. And we talked about before the game how Austin Scott likes Sean Fitzgerald. Well, his only 3 passing attempts that were completed were to Fitzgerald for 56 yards. Now, for the Centurions, not as high potent as you would like it. J.P. Pellis, 43 yards on 2 catches. The other 2 catches went for short yardage. And you had Alvin Ross, the team leading in scoring, 18 touchdowns as 10 carries for 47 yards. So the Crusaders' defense that this year is only letting up 19 points per game is well on pace.
Yeah, 195 rushing yards. To get back to your question there, I tell you what, you'd think you'd have a bigger lead than 14-7, but being stopped at the 1-yard line at the end of the first half and the missed field goal had a lot to do with that. But Greensburg Central Catholic could also point to the fact that they were stopped deep in Bishop Canevin territory as well. So both these teams could have more points on the board. But, boy, it was a very exciting first half, and I think we got a good second half action coming up here. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout. When we come back, John's going to have some scores from around the WPIAL for you. You're listening to the 2015 WPIAL Football Playoffs sponsored by Progress. That's only here on the MSA Sports Network.
From the day we were born, I've always been ahead of my twin sister. First to talk, first to walk, and I'm always first to try the latest and greatest of everything.
So, you have everything checking from Dollar Bank?
Of course I do.
Wait, what? You know, everything checking. There's no monthly service fee. It is online banking, alerts, mobile deposit, 55,000 free ATMs, and 1.60% APY on savings.
Really?
Plus the Dollar Bank app to stay connected to it all.
When did you get that?
And now, I can be the first to pay with my Dollar Bank debit MasterCard from my mobile phone.
Your total is $42.90.
I have to go.
Bye-bye, sis.
Ask for new everything checking only from Dollar Bank. Call 1-800-242-BANK. Stop by or visit dollarbank.com for details. Dollar Bank. Mutually inspired. Rate and service fee waiver require everything checking with 6 qualifying monthly payments. 0.25% annual percentage yield over $20,000. Subject to change without notice. Dollar Bank. Member FDIC.
MSASports.net is the place to click on every day this fall.
On Mondays, we have the latest MSA Sports Top 10 football rankings.
Tuesday is a look back at the biggest and best plays from the previous Scholastic football weekend with the plays of the week.
We go big game hunting on Wednesday with a preview of the top 4 WPIAL football contests.
I'll look into my crystal ball on Thursday with the wildly popular Chicks Picks.
Also on Thursday, we preview the college football slate in the region for the upcoming weekend, then we recap those games each and every Sunday.
A complete rundown of all the games comes your way on Friday, plus plenty of broadcasts to choose from on Friday nights.
On Saturday, we'll take a look at the top performances with Friday night highlights. Then on Sunday, a look back at the previous day's high school standouts with Saturday's Scholastic Stars.
Anytime, anywhere, always there this fall with the MSA Sports Network at MSASports.net.
Rick Smith back with you here from Dormont Stadium. We're at halftime, and it's Bishop Canevin 14 and the Greensburg Central Catholic Centurions 7 here at halftime as Bishop Canevin back on the field. We're still waiting for the Centurions to come back. I want to thank Jess Leva for our videographer who's taking care of the live video stream of this game tonight, doing a fine job up above us here on the roof. And she's dealing with a little bit of chilly weather here, but I told her as she came down the ladder that it could be a lot worse on November 6th. Certainly. It could be 20 degrees with 20-mile-an-hour winds. Now with some halftime scores, John Fisher.
All right, we have starting single A. Beth Center above Avonworth, 12-7. We go down to North Catholic up on Union, 28-0. Clareton, close game, 62-0 over the
Lord.
Carmichael's Mighty Mikes. Southside Rams over the Fraser Commodores, 19-6. Jeanette up on Chartiers Houston, 13-7. Now Neshannock leading Bentworth by 22, 28-7. 6. And lastly, in single A, Shenango over Springdale, 20-0. Now let's move on into double A. Aliquippa and Keystone Oaks. Close game here, 22-13. The Quips. Beaver Falls over Apollo Ridge, 14-7 at the half. Freeport capping off more of their incredible season, 31-0 over McGuffey. Highlands and Seton LaSalle are both tied at 14. And speaking of close games, the Mount Pleasant Vikings up on Beaver, 24-21. South Fayette leading Burgestown 21-0. Steel Valley also shutting out New Brighton 13-0. And Deer Lakes getting trounced. The Lancers losing to the Prexies of Washington 28-0 in that game. They're moving on to AAA, starting into the big boys of the WPIAL. Bell Vernon over Chartiers Valley 21-7. Central Valley doing what they normally do, winning big 42-7 over Laurel Highlands. Franklin Regional winning 21-7 over West Mifflin. Newcastle and Mars very close, low scoring, lower than this one in fact, 6-0 over Mars. Hampton, again, close game there, over Montour 7-0. Ringgold beating the Bridgers of Ambridge 14-0. Thomas Jefferson, it was tied for a while in the first half. They pulled away. The Jaguars are up on the Hawks of Armstrong 14-7. And lastly, Hollidaysburg and West Allegheny scoreless 0-0 at the half. Now on to Quad A. Bethel Park, the Blackhawks over the Cavaliers of Kiski 21-7. McKeesport up on Seneca Valley, 28-3. Now Plum over Mount Lebanon, big upset here in Quad A, 14-13 Plum at the half. North Allegheny up on Norwin, the Knights, 22-3. Penn Trafford, sorry Rick, 42-0 over the North Hills Indians. Pine Richland in a oddly close game against Penn Hills, only 14-7. Phil Dracovic has not shown up just yet. Central Catholic doing what they normally do, 49-0 over Upper St. Clair. And lastly, Woodland Hills 34-0 over the Hempfield Spartans.
You don't have to be sorry. I'm a North Allegheny graduate anyway,
right.
So that's okay. Just my kids. Special hello to Ben Smith out there, Sean Smith, Casey Smith, my wife, Gary Smith. I noticed you got excited about that Freeport score. I want to say hi to Guy Berg out there, longtime listener. And, of course, Ace Winkleman also listening in this evening to this big game. We're going to take a timeout, 14-7 at halftime here. Bishop Canevin on top of Greensburg Central Catholic. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the second half. You're listening to the 2015 WPIAL Football Playoff, sponsored by Progress, only here on MSA Sports.
No regrets.
You may have some regrets in life, but not with Erie Insurance. We'll treat you fairly and won't penalize you for a mishap. And we have great rates. So instead of regrets, get to know Erie. See for yourself why more than 90% of Erie customers stay with us year after year. Get a quote today.
Call the Mills Agency, servicing Greensburg, Ligonier, and Jeanette. 724-834-3015.
Erie Insurance.
Attention business owners and marketing managers. MSA Sports Network offers a cost-effective way to expand your advertising efforts, increase your bottom line, and promote your brand and services in the communities you serve. Offering you flexible marketing plans with numerous multimedia combinations, the ability to target your local customers within a 5 to 10 mile radius of your business, industry exclusivity, available via sport, season, community, or region, and outstanding return on investment with all MSA Sports sponsorship opportunities. MSA Sports Network represents the most efficient and effective ad placement in the broadcast industry. To learn more about advertising opportunities on the MSA Sports Network, contact Glenn Anderson at 412-362-2000, extension 2225, or ganderson@msa.com.
Back with you from Dormont Stadium, I'm Rick Smith alongside John Fisher, Jess Levo up on the roof doing the live video, and hopefully you caught that on the live video, a opening kickoff return here of the third quarter by Alvin Ross. And he's got the Centurions in business. You'll recall that Greensburg Central Catholic deferred the choice until the second half, and that has worked out quite well for them as they have the first possession of the third quarter here in Bishop Canevin territory. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Slot left, and wide receiver right, sidecar to the left of the quarterback. And that, of course, is Tommy Pellis. Pellis hands it off up the middle, and that goes to Alvin Ross. And Ross has good yardage on first down, all the way down to the 38-yard line, pick up a 7.
He almost lost the ball there. He was holding it like a loaf of bread. He didn't hold it like Bridget does, high and tight. That's going to avoid any fumble that you will have in your football career. Then again, unless you get blindsided. But either way, the way he was holding the ball, you need to keep better handle of it. He almost lost it there.
2nd and 3, ball at the 38-yard line. They go from the gun. Again, it is the halfback, Ross, off the right side. He breaks a tackle, and he's finally run out of bounds all the way down at the 26-yard line. So that is a gain of 12 yards in the play, and the Centurions on the move here, trailing 14-7 early third quarter.
Not a lot of people are noticing this. What endurance by Ross. He has that great kickoff return to start the second half, and he's still on for his 3rd play in a row, and he's doing all the work right now.
47 yards rushing in the first half, and he's off to a good start here in the third quarter, and he will run it again off right guard. Breaks it inside, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Alvin Ross, 26 yards out. He's got the Centurions within 1 point here, 14-13, 11:05 left to go here in this third quarter.
Well, just like what Bridget did on that 9-yard run, I don't even think that Alvin Ross was touched. Capping off that 26-yard touchdown run, his 19th on the year, leads the team in scoring.
Well, important extra point here. Riley Slike in there. And holding it will be Sam Nowicki. And it's a good snap, good hold. Extra point is up, and it is good. 14-14, we're tied up. Centurions taking no time. Less than a minute to get this tied up. 11:05 left to go, third quarter. We'll be back this third quarter brought to you by Progress First and Turf. You're listening to the 2015 WPIAL football playoffs right here on the MSA Sports Network.
The history books are filled with the names of great athletes and great teams from Western Pennsylvania. They share stories of great victories and stunning defeats, but they all have one thing in common. They know the championship season is the time to be first. First Commonwealth Bank, proud sponsor of the WPIAL and the best high school athletes in Western Pennsylvania. First Commonwealth, time to be first.
Rick Smith, John Fisher back here at Dormont Stadium. And it's Malik Hemingway taking the kickoff for Canevin, brings it out to the 26-yard line. Tackle on the play made by Greesnburg Central Catholics. That's Sam Nowicki on the play. So the first possession of Canevin here. Got to be a little bit down. You had almost had a chance to go up 2 touchdowns there at halftime. You get stuffed at the 1-yard line there right before the end of the first half, and now you give up a quick drive to tie this game up. All the momentum now in the favor of the Centurions apparently. 26-yard line is the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 for Bishop Canevin. Canevin wearing all dark blue tonight, dark blue helmets, white numerals. Handoff goes off the right side to Hemingway. Hemingway doing a nice job making a move in, first outside, then inside. And he gets 11 on first down. He moves his sticks. Centurions all in white with the maroon numerals and the gray helmets. And John, impressive drive there by the Centurions to start this off.
Yeah, like we just said, it only took 45 seconds, 3 plays on 45 yards, and all of it was from Alvin Ross. Now on the game, 13 carries for 92 yards, almost near that century mark. But how about that run, though, by Hemingway right behind the big lineman, Cam Rush, holding him, pushing him forward for that big gain.
They go tight end. They move the tight end now over to the left side of the formation. That's Jacob West. And they go power I. They're going to go off the left side with Amon Bridget. Amon Bridget, nice job by the Centurions that time, though. Only a gain of 1. And leading the way for the Centurions, Thomas Slavic on the play. Big 6'1", 270-pound down lineman.
You might want to start thinking about playing Hemingway more. He seems to be having a lot more momentum. He's getting involved with the crowd. You see him pumping up his teammates as soon as he either comes on the field or off the field. It seems like Hemingway is a great team player. Something about Bridget, he's lost his steam. He had that great first quarter and even onto that 9-yard touchdown run, but since then he's been very spotty. Hemingway is the leader right now on that offense.
2nd down and 9 from the 39, and it is Hemingway. Hemingway with a move inside. Look at him go! What a call by John. Inside the 40, the 30. the 20, and he is taken down at the 20-yard line. He explodes for a gain of 41 yards on the play. Good play call by my partner, John Fisher.
Unbelievable Hemingway. That's going to put him over 100 yards on the game. And beforehand, we were talking about Bridget being the guy to lead this team to the second round of the WPIAL playoffs. Now it's Hemingway over 100 yards. He doesn't even have 10 carries yet.
I think John Fisher stole Chick's crystal ball on that one. 1st and 10 for Bishop Canevin. Now they're on the move at the 20-yard line of the Centurions. 9:10 left to go. Third quarter. We're tied up 14-14. Good one here at Dormont Stadium. They're going to go with that power I. This time, dot in the I is Hassan Woodson. Tight end to the left side of the formation. It's going to be Woodson off the left side. Bounces it outside, trying to turn it up, and good pursuit over there. He does break a tackle, however. He's inside the 15, the 10, the 5, and he is into the end zone. Oh, Hassan Woodson, what a run. It looked like he was going to be stopped for a 1-yard loss. Instead, 20-yard touchdown run, and now Canevin back on top. 20-14, 8:47 left to go, third quarter. Oh, what a run by Woodson.
Well, we talk about turning nothing into something. And, you would really compliment the guy if he got a 2-yard gain, 3-yard gain, but for a 20-yard run, he ran 35 yards. Unbelievable play, breaking tackles left and right. You got to be kidding me. That's the third-string running back, Hassan Woodson, really making a name for himself for this Canevin team. I thought Sam Nowicki had him for a 1-yard loss in the play. That extra point is up, and it is good. Jake Brooks puts it through. 21-14, Canevin on top. Both teams exploding for touchdown drives here in this third quarter. 8:47 left to go. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the 2015 WPIAL football playoffs. It's sponsored by Progress, only here on MSA Sports.
Hi, this is Don Rebel inviting you to log on each Wednesday night at 7 o'clock for This Week in the WPIAL, only here on the MSA Sports Network. Join me along with other MSA Sports members each week as we talk to head coaches around District 7, plus run down all the high school football action and preview the top games for the upcoming weekend. That's This Week in the WPIAL, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Rick Smith alongside John Fisher here. Jess Levo handling the live video for you.
And what a game to watch on video, too.
I hope you're enjoying that. And we get an offsides on the kickoff there. It was Jake Brooks who kicked it away. It looks like Canevin was over the line, the kick line there, and that is going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Crusaders and bring the ball back to the 35-yard line. Wow, both teams running the ball rather well here to start this third quarter. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns.
Well, you know what this means. Bishop Canevin over 200 rushing yards on the ground.
Oh, yes, well over 200. They had 195 at halftime. And here we go. You're going to kick it off again. Jake Brooks, the senior, 5'9", 160 pounds, southpaw kicker. I think a leg, maybe a leg isn't a southpaw. That's just the arm, but left-footed kicker, we'll say. And it is a short kick taken by the up back. That's Dom Eisenman. And Eisenman's going to give the Centurions good field position here to start this second possession for them here in this third quarter.
And we're going to be following the North Catholic Union game as closely as we can. Because the winner of this will face the stout North Catholic Trojans in the next round, the Cardinal Rural North Catholic Trojans in the next round. Like I said, still at halftime, 28-0. Should be entering the third in just a moment.
North Catholic, the second best defense in Class A in the WPIAL, 6.7 points per game. Fraser is the top defense at 3.4. Clareton right behind North Catholic with 6.8 points per game. Right now we are scoring some points here in the third quarter at Dormont Stadium. Slant pattern over the left side of the formation. That is Tommy Pellis to his cousin J.P. Pellis, and that is complete for about an 8-yard gain.
That's now 3 catches for J.P. Pellis. A little under 50 yards receiving.
Second down and 2, ball at the 48-yard line of the Centurions. They move right to left across your computer screen or your smartphone if you're listening to us. Hopefully you're watching the live video. And they go handoff. And a good penetration by the Crusaders. And Ross has nowhere to go. First one there, Austin Libro there, and as well also Zach Trusky, and I believe a host of Crusaders on that play.
You know, I'm going to be the pessimistic one on this one, Rick. It shouldn't take 5 guys to tackle Alvin Ross. Yes, he's one of the better running backs in all of Class A. However, there were 3 missed tackles. Don't do the shoulder tackle like you see in the NFL. That's not how you tackle. You wrap and you take them to the ground. We need form tackling. Bishop Canevin needs to learn that soon.
Still a loss of 1. 3rd down and 3 from the 47-yard line. Fake handoff, slant pattern over the middle, and it is complete for a first down. And again, that's J.P. Pellis on the reception from his cousin Tommy. And the ball all the way down to the 44-yard line of Bishop Canevin, and that is a gain of 10 yards on the play.
Darren Schaub did his homework. He's making sure that they aren't letting Sam Nowicki get open. With 7 touchdowns already this year, J.P. Pellis is leading the receiving attack, and that second receiver is key. He's running the slot and running deep.
Pellis goes from the pistol. Ross dots the pistol in that formation. And a wing and a slot off to the left. Tight end right. Handed off to Ross. Ross again, snowed under. Fumble on the play. And it looks like Canevin's got the ball. No, they're going to call him down. They call him down on the play. Ross, wow, I'm not sure about that one, John. But it looked like Canevin had come away with a fumble, and it looked like Alex Simpson had jumped on it for the Crusaders. Instead, it's a loss of 1. Give it let's call it a loss of 2.
Before Jimmy Williams got into the backfield, it looked like Ross slipped on the turf. Relatively new turf as well. Very well kept here at Dormont Memorial Stadium. As he tripped, the ball didn't come loose. His left knee did go down. So great call by the refs to be able to spot that one. Would have been a crushing blow for the Centurions if they would have fumbled that.
All right. Well, you got better eyes than I do. Your eyes are a lot younger. Now a keeper, bootleg around the left side. Good yardage for Tommy Pellis. Pellis down to the 34-yard line. Looks like he's got enough for a first down. Picks up 12 yards.
Talk about good vision. You saw Tommy Pellis run that option. He could have handed it off to Ross. What you saw, it was stacked defenders on the wide side of the field. He took that, read it, first down.
Ball at the 34-yard line now of Bishop Canevin. 6:08 left to go here in this third quarter. Clock moving, 21-14. Bishop Canevin on top. But the Centurions on the move here. Go from the gun. Again, it's going to be off the right side. That's Alvin Ross. Ross making some moves and inside the 30-yard line down to about the 27. Let's give him 7 yards on first down. Let's give him 8.
Very long drive for the Centurions, coming up on 5 minutes left in the third quarter. This is going to keep the ball out of Canevin's hands, and they have the hot hand right now. All of the momentum is on Canevin's side. The less time that you have Austin Scott, Malik Hemingway, and Amon Bridget to have the ball, the better at this point. Down 7.
Second down and 2. Ball rests at the 26-yard line of Canevin. From the gun, sidecar right, slot right. Again, it's Alvin Ross. And Ross able to really nice lateral movement when he runs the ball and moves it down to the 22-yard line. That's a gain of 4 and another first down.
He had to barrel over his lineman to try to get an extra couple of yards. And you talk about wanting to fight for the extra yardage. He certainly does. That's one great thing about Alvin Ross, and he's going to do a lot of things. And I'm going to predict at the next level. Only a junior right now has another year to develop and build and get stronger.
Slot right, wide receiver left, sidecar left. Tommy Pellis from the gun. Long snap count. And he's going to hand it off the right side. No, he fakes it, and he calls his own number, and that fools no one. And the first one there.
Jamie Williams.
Looks like Jamie Williams, first one there for the Canevin Crusaders. Loss of about 3 yards on the play.
It was a lose-lose situation. If you were going to hand it to Ross on that option, he was going to be garbled up, if you will. And then on that one, Jamie Williams, what a stout defenseman. Big lineman on the end. Can rush through, can play the pass.
6'3", 205. You like those long, lanky defensive ends. He had a nice play there. Second down, we'll call it a short 14. Ball at the 26-yard line. And they again fake the handoff, rolling out to his right is the quarterback, Tommy Pellis. And it's picked off on the play. Another interception. That's Jake Reddy. Jake Reddy all the way back to midfield. Stepped right in front of the would-be receiver there. Picks it off, and we have a flag right in front of the Canevin bench from the linesman way over here. So we'll see what that's about. What an interception there by Reddy.
The lineman can run. As we saw with breakaway speed. from Jake Reddy, the big man cashing in at 6 foot, 223 pounds. The senior was able to cap that off for great field position if this holds up.
Like I said, that flag was thrown from quite a ways away. It was on the near side.
It was
here.
late, too. At the end of the play.
It is a dead ball foul, and it is a personal foul. Sideline interference is the call. Somebody must have touched that referee over here. Wow, that's a tough call against Bishop Canevin.
Markoff will take the ball back into Crusader territory.
Either way, Rick, that's a third interception for Pellis. Only 4 on the entire season, 3 tonight.
I'll tell you what, that's a gutsy call, though. That referee is going to have Darren Shoppy in his ear the rest of the night, and these fans are going to be in his ear too. So I'll give him credit for calling that, but boy, that is a tough call against Bishop Canevin. Marches it back 15. Still the turnover for the Crusaders. Now another flag from the referee. And let's see what we have. It's obviously a dead ball foul. We have an illegal substitution. We had 12 players on the field. 12 players on the field for Bishop Canevin. So Bishop Canevin going in the wrong direction here. We did see a little bit of this in the first half where they had some trouble with penalties. It kind of stalled out a drive or two.
And they only had 1 on sportsmanlike, and luckily so did the Centurions at that 1 infraction, so that was nullified. Luckily, it's a 5-yard penalty, and they were even fortunate, too, to not have that unsportsmanlike conduct. They had a sideline interference during the play. That would have been another 15 yards. It could be 1st and 30. Luckily, it's not.
I'm watching one of the fans who's just asked to get back into the stands by the police officer here. They run it off the left side. It's Hemingway off the left side. Short yardage. Give him possibly 3 on first down. Let's call it 2. Second down, 13.
For the Crusaders from 35.
And now one of the Canevin coaches is now laughing with the referee, the one that did have sideline interference.
Well,
they patched everything up there.
It was pretty quick. I didn't think the relations would be so jovial that quickly. Second down, 13. Ball at the 35-yard line of Canevin. 3:20 left to go. Clock moving, third quarter. Canevin with a 7-point lead, 21-14. They're going to go option to the right. It's Hemingway. The pitch back. Makes a nice move there. Doing a nice job following his blocker there. He had a good blocker out in front of him. That was Sean Fitzgerald, the wide receiver, doing a nice job, and they advance it out to the 44.
Hemingway might be only 5'6". He doesn't play 5'6". He plays a lot bigger than what is reported on the score sheet. He's able to power his way through. And what I've seen about him, and I said it earlier, he can stop on a dime and switch directions. That's something that Bridget can't do. He's a power back and has some speed, but the elusiveness of Hemingway is simply astounding.
Love the way he followed his blockers on that one. Gain of 9, third down, 4 yards to go. It's a big one here, especially for Greensburg Central Catholic. On the pass, it's Austin Scott. Scott is going to be brought down with a sack in the backfield and getting there for the Centurions. That is Jake Kilcarry, the senior, 6'1", 260-pounder. That's a coverage sack, John.
It is, and honestly, it's the first sack for the Centurions all night. What Scott should have done, he was outside the pocket. He could have threw it away.
Loss of 7 on that play. Back to punt for Bishop Canevin. It was a promising drive after the turnover, but stalled quickly with the penalties and the sack. Jamie Williams to punt it away. Back deep for the Centurions. That's Sam Nowicki standing at his own 35-yard line. That is partially blocked on the play by the Centurions. Rolls forward, and for some reason, one of the Centurions comes up and touches it. That wasn't a smart play by Nowicki, but luckily for him, it was near the Canevin bench, went out of bounds at the 46-yard line. And that is a partially blocked up punt, and works out very well, obviously, for the Centurions.
We've seen a little bit of everything tonight. Trick plays in the first quarter. Now we almost see it was a weird turnover that was almost capped off for the Crusaders, give them a first down and great field position at midfield. When you're taught at Pee Wee football is whenever there's a punt, and even though there's not a fair catch, you get away. You yell, poison's one, danger's another. They need to get back to their roots.
I always like poison. That's a good one. Always stay away from poison. First down and 10 from the 46-yard line of the Centurions. Good field position here. They trail by 7. Late third quarter, 1:48 remaining. They go from the gun, slot out to the right. They hand it off to Ross up the middle. Ross, short yardage to the 49-yard line. Let's give him 3.
Gain of 3 on the play.
Well, he juked Cam Rush out of his shoes on the Crusaders.
He's got that hops, you know. He goes right to left, and he's tough to tackle.
Well, sometimes he goes right to left a little too much.
Yeah. He is a darn good running back, showing you why he had over 1,200 yards coming into this game. Fourth leading rusher in Class A in the WPIAL. Fake pass over the middle, it's picked off. It is Hemingway. Hemingway stepping right in front of the intended receiver, Dom Eisenman. Third pick of the game for these Crusaders. And man, they've got some great anticipation, the linebackers and the defensive backs for this Crusaders defense.
Perhaps scouts are going to be looking at Hemingway to play corner too. he can jump the route, and that's what's so great about Hemingway. He's not only quick while running with the ball, he's quick off the ball. Excellent job by Hemingway. Gives the Crusaders another chance to score before the third quarter is over. 1 minute and 11 seconds left. The momentum, it's almost as if you can't hear anything on the Centurion sideline.
Remember that great play by Hemingway early in the game on Eisenman, too, with giving up 9 inches. He is a darn good cornerback, but that time playing more of a safety and stepped right in front of the would-be receiver. Again, it was Eisenman. You go off the left side, going back to the power game here. It's Amon Bridget off left tackle, and he's going to get a gain of 3 yards on first down.
It's the first time you've called Bridget's name all half, and we're almost over here in the third. Hasn't really had to do much. Hemingway's been the star of the show.
Second and 7.
As Bridget goes out again.
Second down, 7 yards ago. You got to wonder if that hand's bothering him. He's got that soft cast in the broken hand, that right hand. Don Rebel interviewed him after their big win on Saturday here against Brentwood, and it was very swollen up. They showed it on air. You can check that out on our website if you'd like to do that, also on our YouTube page. And going off the right side here, and this time it is Hassan Woodson. And Woodson with a good job following his blockers on that play all the way down to the 42 of the Centurions, and he moves the sticks. First down, Bishop Canevin.
Well, I think the Canevin fans have figured it out pretty quickly because Bridget is a senior. He's going to go off, hopefully be very successful in his endeavors. Woodson, as well as Hemingway, are still here next year. Woodson is a senior. He's playing very quick, has a lot of energy, rejuvenation in his step, especially with that touchdown earlier.
Fast-paced third quarter there, and that is the end of the third frame. 21-14, Bishop Canevin on top, and they are on the move here. We'll come back for the fourth quarter. You are listening to MSA Sports Network, and we've got the 2015 WPIAL football playoffs here for you. It's brought to you by Progress.
While the WPIAL postseason field gets cut in half tonight from 64 to 32 teams, we look ahead to next Friday in round 2 when the Highway to Hines continues on MSA. Join us for exclusive coverage of all 16 high school games on quarterfinals Friday in the WPIAL football playoffs, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Rick Smith, John Fisher, Jess Levo on the video. Beginning of the fourth quarter, we switch sides. Now moving right to left. First and 10 from the 42-yard line. Bishop Canevin, it's again Hassan Woodson powering his way down to the 35-yard line. Gain of 7.
Just as we were talking about before we went to break, Hemingway's going to be by himself next year. Perhaps, is this?
He's got Austin Scott's coming back. That'll be helpful.
Is this Darren Schaub's plan? Is to build Hemingway for the sole back next year?
We'll see. Coach Schaub, I'm sure he's got some other athletes waiting in the wings, but right now, let's concentrate on this evening, John. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Second down.
Well, that's the fun part.
Second down and 2 at the 34-yard line. Let's give him a gain of 8. Woodson on that last play. They go offset I to the left. Under center, that's Austin Scott. Scott's going to hand it off to the big tailback, and that is Bridget. Amon Bridget powering his way down inside the 30-yard line, and he's moved the sticks again all the way down to the 29-yard line. First down, Canevin.
Did exactly what he was brought in to do. No, Bridget's not getting a lot of carries tonight. Like you alluded to earlier, perhaps the hand is bothering him, which is why we're going to see Hemingway come back in. Bridget's going to go out.
Not a lot of carries in the second half. He had 15 in the first half. That's a pretty good workload. Let's call that a gain of 6 on that last play. First down and 10. Ball at the 28-yard line. And now the linesmen again from this side come Came running in. I think we have an equipment problem here for one of the players. And I'm not sure what that was all about, but they've got whatever it was situated. I think it was an equipment problem, possibly. First down and 10. Ball at the 28-yard line of Greensburg Central Catholic. And they pitch it out. Hemingway following his blockers, but nice job there. First one there on the tackle. That is Jake Weir for Greensburg Central Catholic, and that is going to be no gain on the play.
You saw Hemingway push the blocker like he's so used to doing, and that's what's separating it because he's so small he can hide behind the blocker, either push one way, go the other way. Great defense by the Centurions. Not able to stop Hemingway a lot as he goes out. Bridget comes back in.
10:20 left to go here, fourth quarter, 21-14. Canevin on top. They've got the ball. Second down and 10. Ball at the 29-yard line of the Centurions. Play comes in from the sidelines. Here come the Crusaders up to the ball. They're going to go from the gun. Slot out to the right, that's Fitzgerald. And we've got a timeout. Bishop Canevin just had a tough time getting that play, and it took a long time. And they burned their first timeout here in the second half. With that, we'll take a quick timeout. 21-14, Canevin on top. 10:04 left to go, fourth quarter. You're listening to the 2015 WPIAL Football Playoff, sponsored by Progress, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Life is about having the confidence to know you can do anything right. I get that at Carlo.
I graduated with top awards, but beyond the classroom, Carlo helped me learn a lot about myself.
Carlo brings out the best in you.
I know I'm going to be a fantastic nurse.
I know whatever I come across, I'll be prepared.
I can't think of a better place to start the rest of my life, because at Carlo, I know I matter.
I matter.
I matter.
Enroll at Carlo University. Visit carlo.edu.
Tonight's fourth quarter brought to you by Progress, First and Turf. Second down and 10 for Canevin from the 29-yard line of Greensburg Central Catholic. And they go to the big tailback, Bridget, off the right side. He's going to lose a yard on the play. We want to see your game day smiles on our website. Go to the game or broadcast page for the game that you're at. Select the Add a Photo option in the upper right-hand portion of the screen and browse to the photo you want to upload. Your photo may then appear as one of our spotlight photos on our homepage, or you can tag your Instagram photos with @MSA Sports. We are all about social media here at MSA.
A quick out-of-town update. Mount Lebanon over Plum now, 26-21, and last we heard, North Catholic 35-0 over the Union Scotties.
Plum pulled off the big upset last year in the first round of Quad A. They were the 13 seed. They beat number 4 Penn Hills. We talked about that on the bracket show on Monday, the pairing show that we had this past Monday night. And they go with Hemingway this time off the left guard. He breaks it across the middle. Gain of 5 on that play. Fourth down and 6 now for Canevin. And again, they're in that no man's land. Where do you expect them to go for it here, John?
I like Darren Schopp and what he's doing. There's less than 9 minutes to go in the game. They're only up 7. You don't want to get the ball back in Alvin Ross's hands. So what do? Waste the clock. I don't care if you have to snap it at 1 second or even at the double zeros. Waste as much time as you possibly can.
Under 9 minutes, 40 seconds now left to go. Big fourth down here for both teams. Ball at the 25-yard line. 6 yards to go for the Crusaders. They go from the gun, power eye left, and it will be Amon Bridget. He cuts inside. He's got a first down and more. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Touchdown. Forget it. Touchdown. Number 20 on the season for Amon Bridget. Man, is he having a game here tonight. 27-14. Crusaders on top. 8:25 left to go, fourth quarter. What a huge fourth down play.
And you know what we just talked about? Bridget not really being a force in the offense in the second half, but the 25-yard run told me differently, proving me wrong. This isn't just a Hemingway show. Bridget's getting back into that spotlight as well. What a run, breaking a couple tackles. So it was a power offense to the right with that run. Then he cut back in the middle, that breaking speed. Unbelievable.
Good explosion there. Extra point is nearly blocked, and it is up and good just inside the right upright. And it's 28-14. Crusaders on top here, and there's still a lot of time left. 8:25 left to go, but Bishop Canevin looking like they're going to try to move on and get that next game with Cardinal Worrell North Catholic. We're going to keep it here. MSA Sports has you covered this fall on the court And on the pitch, tune in for exclusive coverage of the 2015 WPIAL Boys and Girls Class AA and Class A Soccer Championships tomorrow. We also have the 2015 WPIAL Girls Volleyball Class AAA, Class AA, and Class A Finals tomorrow as well, only here on the MSA Sports Network. I'm told Bishop Canevin actually was getting mauled last night by Greesnburg Central Catholic in Class A volleyball. They lost the first 2 sets, 25-6, and then 25-12. They came roaring back and won 3-2, and they will face Shenango in the Class A final in volleyball tomorrow, and that will be right here on MSA.
What a game that will be, especially like the game tonight. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Crusaders had 300 yards in rushing before the night's over.
Oh, no doubt about it. They had 195 at halftime. They might be there already. Kick goes out of bounds right in front of us here at the 25-yard line. And we'll see, I would expect Greesnburg Central Catholic to take it to 35. And it is gut check time now for the Centurions. They trail by 2 touchdowns. They have got to get it going offensively here.
Dan Mahoney still has 3 full timeouts. You're not going to be able to run the ball as much. Like you already said I'll take your words. Gut check time, that's exactly right. With less than 9 minutes to go in the game, you're down 14. This Crusaders defense has been good. If you run the ball and you're stopped before the first down, you know the rules. Clock keeps on ticking. That is not what they want. And when do you use your 3 timeouts? Near the end? Or right now to try to preserve a 7-point deficit instead of a 14.
One thing we haven't seen a lot of is Sam Nowicki as a receiver here in this game. He's number 5 in Class A, came in with 41 catches on the season. They are going to run it, though, and they run it off the left side. And for the Centurions, that's Brian Pavarnik, the senior 6-foot, 180-pounder, and he gets 5 yards on first down out to the 40.
That's his first carry tonight. And, just looking at the Centurions offense, I don't see urgency, which confuses me because, 8 minutes left in the quarter. They don't have a lot of time left.
Absolutely. Got to get it done. Let's give him 6 on that last one. Stepping up in the pocket, that is Tommy Pellis. Pellis breaks a tackle, gets a first down across the 45-yard line out to the 47. Let's give him a gain of 6 on that play, and that will move the sticks for Greesnburg Central Catholic. 7:50 left to go here in regulation.
Good effort by Jake Reddy. He almost got the shoestring tackle to put Pellis behind the first down marker to stop time. But then again, Pellis can run the ball too, and we saw him throw the ball. He has that a big arm, but he's also very shifty too. He can get away from a lot of defenders and did 3 times on that last run.
He goes trips to his right. He's got a sidecar to his right. He goes from the gun. Tight end to the left side of the formation. Pellis from the long snap count. 2-step drop. Wants to go deep on the play. He's got an open receiver, and it is tipped at the last second. Oh, my. Ryan Quinn had his defender beat. That was Sean Fitzgerald who got back, and Fitzgerald at the last second able to tip that away.
Ryan Quinn was going for 6, and there was nobody even close. He even had 2 steps on the defender. What a great defensive play, getting the hand up. Don't try to catch it, make a nice play for the interception. Just bat it down. You already have 2nd down and 10 for the Centurions. What a play. And also, another thing, way too much time for Pellis in the backfield. Jimmy Williams needs to get back there a lot quicker.
I thought that was a touchdown pass for sure. Yep. Great closing speed by Fitzgerald. 2nd down and 10, 47-yard line for the Centurions. They go trips right. They fake the bubble screen to the right. The quarterback's going to run it up the middle. He's got a first down and more inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line. Nice play there by Tommy Pellis.
Well, I want to know where this has been all game. They should have given Pellis the ball a lot earlier. Bramson wouldn't be a 14-point deficit, and the Centurions, they should have opened up the playbook a lot earlier. I don't know why they waited till the 4th quarter to be down 2 scores to do so.
Ball at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Ball in Canevin territory. 7 minutes now left to go here in the 4th quarter. Trailing by 2 touchdowns in desperation mode. And it's Alvin Ross off the left side. He's going to run out of bounds. Smartly stops the clock after a gain of just 3 yards.
Kind of unbelievable, actually. This is the first time that Ross has touched the ball on this drive. It's been the Tommy Pellis show for much of this offensive drive, and they're, driving. Less than 7 minutes to go. I think they've finally figured out what the Crusaders can't defend, and that's a QB sneak off of a broken play.
2nd down and 7, ball at the 36-yard line. Let's call it 2nd down and 8. They go from the gun, slot out to the right.
Too much time.
And now coming down the go pattern. Good coverage on the play and overthrown on the play intended for Sam Nowicki. But again, Fitzgerald with the coverage.
Way too much time for Pellis. And It's only a matter of time before he connects, and there was a lot of contact between defender and receiver. Good call by the ref not to call anything. Great non-call.
Don't forget, coming up after the game, it's the WPIAL Football Scoreboard Show with Dawn Rebel and a cast of thousands, and I don't even think that's an embellishment tonight. And that'll be from the MSA Sports Control Center with all the scores from Week 10 and the first week of the playoffs here on MSA. 3rd down and 8. Big 3rd down here for the Centurions. Ball at the 36-yard line of Canevin. And we're going to get a flag again from this linesman over here on the near side of the field. And it's a illegal procedure against Greesnburg Central Catholic, and that is not what you want to do there. They must have just been lined up off sides. 3rd down and 13 now.
The receiver should have checked in. Was it one of the linemen, Rick, or was one of the receivers not checked in to the referee to let them know they're not on the line of scrimmage? If any case, that's
usually
unforced error.
That's not a pre-snap penalty, though, when you only have 6 on the line of scrimmage. But regardless, it's a 5-yard penalty, and here they go, 3rd down and 13. And again, calling his own number, it's Pellis. Pellis has good yardage. 1st down and more inside the 25-yard line. And they're going to mark it out there at the 24. And that was a clutch play there by Tommy Pellis.
The way to attack a QB running after a broken play is not as easy as it sounds, but if you play with a simple 2-man spy, and all that really means is keep 2 watching the quarterback. Surrender what you want in the secondary, have 3 up front, leave 1 middle linebacker and 1 outside linebacker to really watch the quarterback. If he scrambles, you have 1 covering one side, the other, and you have your lineman rushing up the middle. You cover all your bases.
Trips to the right, sidecar to the right. Again, Pellis wants to pass, steps up in the pocket, it's got a receiver over the middle, and it's nearly picked off. He wanted to hit Alvin Ross about 2 yards into the end zone. And again, guess who? Fitzgerald there stepping in front of the receiver. Boy, he's playing some defensive back here in this drive.
I was expecting him to catch that because of how great of a receiver he is on offense, but throwing it into trouble. That time there was pressure up front on Pellis, and he had to get it away quick. There's the difference. You had 2 great throws earlier on that were just nearly tipped away of the Centurion receiver, but that time not enough time. He had to throw it into trouble.
2nd down and 10 from the 22-yard line of Canevin. 6:11, 6 minutes, 11 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. Again, Pellis now flushed out of the pocket, nearly brought down. He's in all kind of trouble. Avoids another would-be. Now he finds a receiver who takes a huge hit on the play and holds on. That is Brian Pavarnik. And wow, how did he hold on to that?
He's a little shaken up, Rick, as he
shaking
back to the as he heads back to the sidelines. What a catch. And honestly, I was expecting Pellis to throw the ball away. He was way outside the hash marks, almost brought down by a rushing defensive lineman. Great play and great angst to get to the quarterback quickly.
All that for 2 yards.
Yeah, well, it keeps the play alive, but time's ticking down. 5:32 left.
Yeah, clock moving. Quite a bit of time has come off since the last time the ball was snapped. He goes sidecar right. Twins left, single receiver to the right. Again, Pellis on the left flat. He's got an open receiver trying to make a move. Moves to the inside. It's got a 1st down and more, and that is Sam Nowicki on the completion, and that ball is all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and goal for the Centurions.
Nowicki put on his dancing shoes, really put on a show. He was able to get by the defender that was guarding him off of the snap, and they're giving 5 yards on the receivers off the line of scrimmage. Those screenplays are going to be easier to execute. Let's
call it the 8-yard line, 1st and goal. And they go to Alvin Ross. And Ross is hit into the backfield. And again, it's Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is having himself a 4th quarter here on defense. Wow, is he coming up big?
There could have been an unsportsmanlike conduct, a little bit of a communication afterwards as he took down Alvin Ross. You don't want to lose your cool. An unsportsmanlike penalty would really, really put a detriment to the Crusaders.
Loss of 4, 2nd down and goal from the 12. Twins out to the left. He's looking to the left. Across the middle, he's got the open receiver and a picture-perfect tackle, but moving the ball forward and into the end zone. That's J.P. Pellis on the slant pattern, and there is a flag on the play. And that is in the area you would expect it to be a hold against the Centurions.
Almost a spectacular job by Bridget to keep him out of the end zone. Unfortunately, he couldn't get that extra oomph that he needed to send him back to the 2-yard line.
No, it's roughing the quarterback is the call, and that is a touchdown. So that'll be marked off on the subsequent kickoff here. So it is 28-20. Centurions have cut into the lead here. They trail by 8, 4:23 left to go third quarter. All important extra point coming up here. Riley Slike in there for the Centurions. Nowicki to hold. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up, and it is good. 28-21. 4:23 left to go fourth quarter. We're going to keep it here. We'll let you know coming up after the game, it's the WPIAL Football Scoreboard Show with Dawn Rebel and a cast of thousands from the MSA Sports Control Center with all the scores from Week 10 of the 2015 WPIAL football season. Plus myself, Rick Smith, and Kyle Dawson are going to join Dawn at the round table later tonight and talk about the what went on this evening and also get you set up for next week's playoffs to the quarterfinals. Don't miss the WPIAL Football Scoreboard Show after the game, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Well, Don just got started doing the postgame report, and this game has been going quick, don't you think?
Yeah, we're about two hours and 5 minutes. Not too slow.
North Catholic up now 35-7 over Union, and that was as of 1 minute ago.
So that 15-yard penalty is marked off, the roughing the quarterback. And now
another kick from the 45. That's the second one today.
Yeah, we've seen kicks from the 45. We've seen kicks from the 20. They're marking off 2 15-yard penalties. So Riley Slike can kick this all the way down to what is Banksville Boulevard, probably.
Well, this is only a 47-yard field goal if he's looking for a personal record.
Isn't there some kind of weird drop kick rule you get to here or something? I don't know.
Do you think it makes sense to put the hands team on? What do you really have to lose here? Onside kick would make a lot of sense. And
so there was a subsequent that we of course the roughing the quarterback on the touchdown, but there was also one on the extra point as well. So he's kicking off from the 30-yard line of Bishop Canevin. I agree with you. I'd squib kick here. They're going to do that. They're going to go onside kick, and it goes out of bounds. And so now I believe Canevin, I'm not sure where they spot this at. Did they get it to 35? Let's see what happens. This is kind of I've never seen quite this situation before.
Well, it was a great play. Dan Mahoney, excellent job reading the field, reading the situation. You're going to pin them deep no matter what. Unfortunately, couldn't get the kick just right. You wanted it to touch one of the Crusaders.
I don't think the referees have seen it quite set up like this. They're having to talk about it. And, of course, it's a legal procedure. Ball kicked out of bounds. And now the referee coming over to talk to the head coach, Darren Shoppy of Bishop Canevin.
No, we have to go to the WPIAL rule book on this one.
And they're going to decline it. So let's see where the ball ends up.
Will decline the kick out of bounds and take possession.
Ball at the 20-yard line. They take the ball at their own 20-yard line. Okay, 4 minutes, 23 seconds left to go. 28-21, Canevin on top. And they've got the ball here. And they've got the kind of offense that they could grind this out. Let's see what they can do. Again, desperation time still for the Centurions here, trailing by 7. The Centurions have 3 timeouts left. Canevin has 2 timeouts, but obviously Canevin's not going to be too interested in stopping the clock at all, I was about to say. And they do hand the ball off the right side, and good yardage to the 30, to the 40, all the way to the 45-yard line. Still not going down. Oh, he just says, no, I'm not going down. Hassan Woodson still going. Oh, what an individual effort. Hassan Woodson all the way down to the 7-yard line. You have got to be kidding me. 73 yards, and he did it all himself. Woodson, unbelievable run.
Everyone in the press box is wide-eyed and speechless. You've got to be kidding me. Woodson, and he deserves some air. Sit him on the bench. You have 2 other running backs to take your spot. I have never seen anything like that in the WPIAL of that caliber. What a run by Woodson. I think I lost track at 8 broken tackles.
They mark it at the 9, so officially it's 71 yards on the run.
Sideline interference on the Centurions.
You're going to call sideline violation on Greesnburg Central Catholic now. That's the one we've seen on either team. So the sideline's getting a little active here in this football game. That's half the distance to the goal line. And now they set the ball at the 4-yard line.
Maybe SportsCenter will pick that up for
I
tonight's
think Woodson
top
said
10
this thing's
plays.
over. I'm just gonna put this thing away myself. Yeah, what an effort by that young man. Unbelievable.
He wants to go to Hines very badly. The highway to Hines here as the clock keeps on ticking right now. He's getting patted on the back by all of his teammates. He hasn't even sat down yet, Rick. I can't believe what an outstanding individual effort.
First and goal from the 4-yard line. Scott goes under center. They go power I. Bridget dots the I. It will be Bridget off the right side. Ducks inside, and he is close to a touchdown. And there it is, another one. Third touchdown of the game. Amon Bridget. And he has pretty much put things away here. 34-21, 3:33 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And another flag, well after the play, thrown in the end zone. Bridget having himself a night here.
You know, I can only imagine it being an unsportsmanlike conduct of some kind.
It has to be. Or a personal foul or something. We've seen a lot of that, a lot of chippiness in this game. And it's going to be marked off on the kickoff. And the touchdown's obviously good by Bridget. Dead ball foul. It's unsportsmanlike conduct, and it is against Canevin this time. So they'll mark that off on the kickoff, which we've seen quite a few times here this evening. And here comes the extra point. Jake Brooks, the left-footed kicker, in to try to extend this lead to 14 points, as it is 13 right now. The kick is up, and it is perfect. 35-21, 3:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. Again, the Centurions trail by 2 touchdowns. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to the 2015 WPIAL Football Playoff, sponsored by Progress, only here on MSA Sports.
Who says you can only enjoy breakfast in the morning? And who says you can only enjoy it one type of way? At Dunkin' Donuts, breakfast is delicious any kind of way, any time of day. A breakfast craving can strike any time, whether it's morning, noon, or night. Dunkin' has the perfect combination of breakfast deliciousness to satisfy any craving. Bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, sausage, egg, and cheese on a croissant, ham, egg, and cheese on an English muffin. All your favorites anytime you want them. Stop by Dunkin' for breakfast anytime. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary.
Rick Smith, John Fisher, back with you here from Dormont Stadium.
We have some final scores around the WPIAL, Rick. Central Catholic defeating Upper St. Clair 49-0. Washington 52 over Deer Lakes. They only scored 7 there. And Penn Trafford defeated the North Hills Indians 56-7.
Ah. Tough season for North Hills. It's been their toughest year in about a quarter century. But they did make the playoffs, and Shaler did not. First,
it's a little rivalry there going on.
Oh, yeah. I like to keep those rivalries going in the northern suburbs. Here we go. And a good return here by Greensburg Central Catholic, and that's Alvin Ross. He's inside the 40-yard line, the 35, the 30, and he finally is run out of bounds inside the 20-yard line, down at the 17, and we get another flag. Another flag after the play.
Some Crusaders are clapping as they go to the sidelines. That can only allude to an infraction on the Centurions, but we'll have to wait and see.
Dead ball foul, personal foul, and it's against Greensburg Central Catholic. You are in desperation mode. You're down 2 touchdowns, and you are getting post-play penalties. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. 3:20 left to go here, 35-21, Greensburg Central Catholic. I tell you what, it's the most, personal fouls and unsportsmanlike conducts I've seen in a football game in quite some time.
I think it's like I use the word inexcusable. It's exactly what it is. Mental errors, not composing yourself. If you lose, you're done for the year. Seniors have to go home and they're not going to play another game at the high school level. Is that how you want to be remembered, by a team that's taking too many unsportsmanlike conduct, personal fouls? You want to end the game strong.
It's been both squads, quite frankly.
You're exactly right.
1st and 10 for Greensburg Central Catholic at the 31-yard line of Canevin. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. They trail by 2 touchdowns.
Too much time, Rick.
And go pattern down the far sidelines, and a nice defensive play again there. And this time knocked away. It was intended on the play for J.P. Pellis. Zach Trusky with the good defensive play, knocking that away.
Canevin is lucky. At least the defensive line is lucky. There was absolutely no pressure on Tommy Pellis. 3 times. 3 of them have been battled away. However, you don't give him time to throw. He hit that right where he needed to, right in the hands. The defense was better. at the end of it.
Yeah, I've been impressed by the cornerback play here. Trusky with a real nice play on that one, knocking the ball away. And again, chased out of the pocket here. He's taken down, and from behind there is Jamie Williams. Jamie Williams, the big defensive end, running over the quarterback there, and also in on the stop, Austin Libro. And Tommy Pellis never saw him coming, John.
Well, there have been 4 interceptions by the Crusaders. Jamie Williams might be my MVP on the defensive side for Bishop Canevin, doing everything right, making the little plays, forcing Pellis to move around in the pocket, and that's where he gets in trouble, gets scared and throws it away or makes a mistake.
3rd down 13 from the 34-yard line. This one knocked down on the play. And getting a hand on that is Cam Rush, big 6'5", 285-pounder going high in the air to knock that down. Got to be impressed with the defense that Canevin's played here tonight.
The defensive line is absolutely astounding, and Williams got in there as soon as Pellis threw the ball. Alvin Ross was looking at the referee, looking for a roughing the passer. It wasn't. He didn't go low. He didn't go towards the head. It was clean. He barely hit him. They both fell down, negating the roughing the passer call. Great non-call again by the referees. Doing a very good job tonight.
Again, another incident there after the play. We do get a timeout by Greensburg Central Catholic. Game on the line here. They got a 4th down and 13 coming up from the 34-yard line of Bishop Canevin. And we'll go ahead and take a final timeout here in the 4th quarter. And it's 35-21. Canevin on top of Greensburg Central Catholic. 2:36 left to go. It'll be desperation. 4th down for the Centurions when we come back. You're listening to the 2015 WPIAL football playoffs here on MSA.
When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf.
4th down and 13 for Greensburg Central Catholic, and the ball intended on the go pattern near the goal line to Alvin Ross, and knocked away by Amon Bridget on the play. We do have a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Bridget looked towards the referee that threw the flag with his arms up in confusion.
That flag laying on about the 8-yard line there.
He clearly didn't agree with what was called.
And it is against Canevin, so that is going to be a 1st down. Pass interference on the play. And that does give the Centurions a little bit of life here. They trail by 14, 35-21, 2:28 left to go. They have 2 timeouts remaining, and they have a 1st down and 10. They're going to mark that ball inside the 20-yard line. They put it down at the 19.
We have our first final in Class A. Shenango defeating Springdale 23-0. They'll face the winner of Fraser and Southside Beaver next week.
The Shenango team lost to both Avonworth and North Catholic earlier this year. That's their only 2 losses to the Black Hills teams. Right now, Black Hills team trying to advance here, and the ball knocked into the air, and it is pulled down for a catch by Greensburg Central Catholic inside the 10-yard line. That's Ross on the catch. Good coverage over there. Ball got knocked in and out of his hands and then back into his hands. Good concentration by the junior.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Great concentration by Ross to be able to pull that down. He's only a junior, too. He has all next year to do all this, catch and run.
2nd down and 1, ball at the 10-yard line. Pass out into the right flat there, in and out of the hands, and guilty of running before he caught that ball is Sam Nowicki. And Nowicki would have definitely had a 1st down and could have had a chance at a touchdown, although Sean Fitzgerald was right there for Canevin.
I disagree with that play call. You run the ball. 3rd down and 1. You're right near the goal. You're right near 1st and goal if you get 1 yard. I don't pass it there. It doesn't really make much sense to me. Then again, looks if they're going for the quick score,
well,
perhaps.
You're running out of time is the problem. You got 1:54 left. You got 2 timeouts remaining. They go from the gun. 3rd down and 1. They got to get the 1st down here. But I expect them to go in the end zone. That's what I would do. They got twins out to the left, twins right. They got a sidecar right. That's Pavarnik. And they do hand it off, according to Coach Fisher's play call there, and they get the first down with Pavarnik off left guard. And that will give them a first down and goal. You've been crystal ball's been working pretty good for you tonight. I got to give you credit.
Well, thanks. I've watched my fair share of football.
Yeah, I bet you did. First down and goal from the 8-yard line. Again from the gun. Slant pattern across the middle and a great defensive play again by Trusky, but they're going to call him for interference on the play. That was intended for J.P. Pellis on the play on the slant pattern. Trusky was right there. Man, they got some close coverage in that secondary. Despite the penalty, let's see what they're talking about here. There might have been a tip ball at the line of scrimmage.
The way they've been.
No, yeah, they're going to wave it off. It was tipped by a lineman there, so the ball is tipped. That automatically waves off any kind of interference. So it becomes second down and goal at the 8-yard line, John.
The head coach for Bishop Canevin, Darren Schaub, has changed up his defense, especially the corners. They're now playing up press coverage right up against the wide receivers, which is why that close coverage kind of had the referee call an incorrect call.
Again, Pellis rolling out to his left. Heavy pressure. He's going down. He throws the ball away. They're going to call an incomplete pass on the play. The referee right there and decide. Now there's a flag down. Now he puts a flag down at the 19-yard line.
I don't think there were any eligible receivers when he threw it away, Rick.
The initial call that he made, or the signal that he made, looked like he was not going to call intentional grounding, but he is going to call it after all.
The back judge threw a flag first, and then it led to the head referee throwing down a second flag, and I think it was a consensus.
Now that's a 10-yard penalty and a loss of down against Greensburg Central Catholic, so that is going to make it tough for him here. It should be third down, and the ball at the 24-yard line, third and goal from 24 yards out. 1 minute, 28 seconds remaining. Greensburg Central Catholic still with those 2 timeouts.
J.P. Pellis, single coverage on the wide side. Hemingway on Pellis.
Twins left, twins right, sidecar right from the gun. Pellis over the middle, trying to hit his cousin on the play, and again we get a flag down. That flag coming from way over the back judge there. And Canevin fans not happy about that one either. That was a flag from way far away. We're going to get another interference call.
It's going to go against Canevin. Malik Hemingway. It was a pick and roll, almost like in basketball, pick and roll. You had Pellis coming in the inside on the slot. Look where that slant pattern. Hemingway got in the way, kind of shoulder checked him. That's going to go for pass interference on Canevin.
I think it was a good call. It's just from how far away that flag came that I think got the fans upset here. It is interference against Canevin. And
pass interference will be half the distance.
Half the distance to the goal here is the call, and the 24 was the 24-yard line was the line of scrimmage, so they should put it at the 12. 1 minute 22 seconds remaining. Centurions still in it here, trying to pull off a miracle. They trail 35-21. Again, twins left, twins right. Short side of the field is the left hash mark. Tommy Pellis from the gun, looking left. Now flushed out of the pocket to his left. Heavy pressure. Flag on the play. Into the end zone. Intended for Alvin Ross in the back of the end zone. Goes incomplete through his hands. And we've got 2 flags in the backfield here.
While they sort that out, North Catholic did defeat Union. So the winner of this game, and it's still not over yet. 1:14, a lot of things can happen.
It is holding against Greensburg Central Catholic, and they're going to go ahead and decline those, and now it's 4th down and goal from the 12-yard line. Actually, they're moving it back. It was laying at the 18-yard line for some reason, but now they're putting it at the 12. Here we go. So this is the game here for Greensburg Central Catholic. 4th down and 12.
Centurions still have 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, that's not going to help them here, though. They got to get a touchdown on this play. They go trips out to the right, sidecar right. Single wide receiver to the left, that's J.P. Pellis. Tommy Pellis, the senior quarterback, 6 foot, 175 pounds. Now puts the sidecar to his left. That's Pavarnik. He's got plenty of time, throws it over the middle, and a great catch for a touchdown. 2 yards inside the end zone. And let's see who pulled that down for the Centurions. That's Ryan Quinn. Nice pass here by Pellis, and a nice better job by Quinn to go up high to gather that in. And that makes it 35-27, 1:08 left to go fourth quarter. It's not over yet, John.
And that's what I was alluding to with those 2 timeouts being left. Dan Mahoney's going to use those immediately as soon as they go on defense.
That's if they don't go onside kick. We'll wait to see what happens there. Extra point here by Riley Slike, the senior. And the kick is up, and it is good. 35-28, and we get another flag. Hold on here. 35-28 right now. And it's been a long time since I've seen this many penalties, especially this many penalties after the play's over.
Yeah, I don't know if we have an official stat for dead ball fouls.
Yeah, that penalty may have been, it was like right when the ball went over the goalpost. So the referee's sorting it out. Right now it's 1:08 left to go, 35-28. Bishop Canevin on top. Referee's still talking about it off to our right here at the 10-yard line. And now we're going to get the signal. And the extra point is good. It's another dead ball foul. It's a personal foul. I feel like a broken record. And it's against Greesnburg Central Catholic. So they're going to have to kick off from their own 20-yard line. That's crazy. You just cannot do that. You're trying to pull out a miracle win here. And another personal foul after the play.
Then again, even though Canevin's going to start out with great field position, in which they're not going to throw the ball even once, and if they do, it's going to be safe play action, no risk, throw it away if they don't have a wide open receiver. But if they run, it should be with Bridget very well holding on to the ball, even with that air cast on his opposite arm.
My apologies. They'll kick off from the 25. I think I said the 20. But that is where the 25-yard line is where Slike will kick off from. And it looks like Canevin's got the hands team in there. They're expecting a onside kick.
As they should.
They are definitely expecting the onside kick there. Come on, Bridget over there. Also Austin Libro. And the kick goes down, and Canevin has gathered it in at the 43-yard line.
Woodson came up with the catch and fell right down.
Hassan Woodson had two of the greatest, single, effort runs that I've seen here in this second half, especially that 71-yarder earlier. That was just crazy. But he had another good one over off to our right here earlier in this second half as well.
I think you can chalk his 70-plus yard run as one of the better runs in the season.
Yeah, he broke so many tackles on that one. It's a great play. First down and 10. Ball at the 43-yard line of Greesnburg Central Catholic. 1:06 left to go. The Centurions have 2 timeouts remaining. Austin Scott's going to go under center. And they go power eye left. And they're going to hand it off the left side. No surprise there. It's Hemingway. And Hemingway's got good yardage inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line. And Coach Dan Mahoney's going to burn that first of 2 timeouts he has remaining.
After the second timeout is used, which he will definitely want to I mean, you're nodding your head at me. Right. After he uses it, I wouldn't be surprised if you see whichever running back hands the ball. Like I said, they're not going to pass. There's no reason to. Stop before the first down to keep the clock ticking. It's just like, stopping at the end zone before the touchdown and stopping at the 1 to keep the clock running.
Coming up after the game, it's the WPIAL football scoreboard show with Dawn Rebel. Don't forget to check that out. We're going to be talking about, of course, tonight's first-round games. We got 32 games that went on around the WPIAL playoffs, and then we'll have the roundtable at 11:30. Myself and Kyle Dawson will join Dawn for that. That is the scoreboard show here on MSA. Second down and 6 from the 38-yard line. And again, it's Hemingway. Hemingway maybe a gain of 1 yard on the play. And it'll be third down, and that final timeout is burned by Dan Mahoney with 50 seconds remaining here in the game.
And both men are slow to get up. Hemingway helped up by his teammates, as well as number 57 for the Centurions.
Jake Nesser. Jake Nesser plays defensive tackle. He's also center on offense for the Centurions. He's limping. Coming out of the lineup is Nick Rulo for Greesnburg Central Catholic.
And Mahoney has not taken his time out. The clock keeps running, now 36 seconds.
No, he hasn't. You're right. I thought they did call the timeout. Clock was stopped there with 50 seconds on it. Okay, so third down and 6 yards to go. Ball at the
3rd and 5 for the Crusaders.
And now we're going to get a – did they jump off sides?
It looks like Mahoney just called his timeout.
Oh, he called the timeout.
After the kneel down. But either way.
Yeah, it didn't matter either way. It was 21 seconds remaining with that final timeout burn. Yeah, Scott took the knee there. So the ball at the 40-yard line, it will be 4th down and 7 yards to go. Now the thing here is if you don't get a first down, the clock is going to stop, and it will be a last-ditch attempt, maybe for 2-3 plays possibly for Greensburg Central Catholic. See what happens.
Do it like you've practiced since you were 8. Kneel the ball. Stop the game. It's Bishop Canevin, after the 21 seconds run out, will go on to take on North Catholic. And earlier on in the year, North Catholic only won 20-0. But you said the second best defense in the WPIAL, one of the more potent offenses. Holding them to 20 points is a success.
Yeah. Have to get some offense going here. They've showed some good firepower in the running game. They go to Amon Bridget. Bridget trying to put things away here. Ducks it inside. And he's got the first down. Why not? Amon Bridget, big game here tonight. Well over 100 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, and he salts things away here for the Crusaders. What a great night here by the senior, 6'2", 205-pounder. And that is it. 35-28, your final score. Bishop Canevin will get a rematch with Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic in the quarterfinals next week. We'll take a quick timeout, come back and wrap things up. You've been listening to the 2015 WPIAL football playoff sponsored by Progress, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
For the most complete recap of Friday night's WPIAL football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the MSA Sports Scoreboard Show here on the MSA Sports Network. Hi, I'm Don Rebel. Join me in the MSA Sports Gang for all the scores and recaps from the top games, plus the MSA Sports Roundtable. That's the MSA Sports Scoreboard Show after the game on Friday nights on the MSA Sports Network and at msasports.net.
Back with you from Dormont Stadium. 35-28 your final score. Bishop Canevin moving on to the quarterfinals here. Number 7 seed. Great effort by both these football teams, but I really like the running game, and I thought the defensive back play for Bishop Canevin was just outstanding in this game tonight, John.
You know, unfortunately for Tommy Pellis, he threw as many interceptions in this game as he has all season. 4 picks coming in for tonight. One by Malik Hemingway, really a spectacular interception. Another one by a defensive lineman. So we really got a taste of everything here. And unfortunately for the Centurions, their season is over. But what a season they had, going 7-2. Close game with Jeanette. Somewhat close game with Clareton. They only held them to 44 points in that game. But sticking to tonight, they really turned it on in the fourth quarter, but too little too late. They scored 21 of their 28 points in the second half. Their offense was anemic in the first half, and that's what led to their downfall against Canevin, who really cashed in their opportunities, especially on the ground.
Great effort here by Canevin tonight. They both these teams actually 7 wins, 3 losses now on the season, identical records, but it will be Bishop Canevin, the number 7 seed, that will move on, and they will get that rematch with Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic. That was a game that was played back on October 23rd, just a couple weeks ago, and it was a 20-0 win by Cardinal Wuerl North Catholic. That was played out at Stonefield. This game, of course, will be on a neutral site, so it should be a good one here, and we'll for sure have that along with all the quarterfinals here on the MSA Sports Network. John, your final thoughts.
What a game by the Crusaders. Probably over 300 yards on the ground. We still have to wait for the official stats. But with 195 at the end of the first, you have to imagine the kind of numbers they put on offense. With a team that didn't score a lot this year, they scored a lot. 35 points. They gave up more tonight than their average. However, the offense won. Darren Shop did what he had to do, is run the ball. He didn't have to pass much, which is a good thing.
Yeah, great performance here, especially by Amon Bridget and Malik Hemingway. The 1-2 punch there, they really complement each other well. And
absolutely
so impressed with both of them. Of course, Bridget a senior, Hemingway just a sophomore. And Going to get to see him a couple more years here around the WPIAL.
And Woodson, too, on that one run.
For my broadcast partner, John Fisher, I also want to thank Jess Levo for her fine job that she did as the videographer tonight on our live stream. I'm Rick Smith, and your final score, Bishop Canevin 35 and Greensburg Central Catholic 28. The Crusaders move on to the quarterfinals. You've been listening to the 2015 WPIAL Football Playoff, sponsored by Progress, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
You've been listening to exclusive coverage of the 2015 WPIAL football playoffs at MSAsports.net. Sponsored by Progress, by First Commonwealth Bank, by Carlow University, by UPMC Sports Medicine, by Dunkin' Donuts, by Grove City College, by Dollar Bank, by Erie Insurance and the Charles M. Mills Insurance Agency, and by Management Science Associates. You can get the latest news on the highway to Hines and then the road to Hershey by logging on every day to www.msasports.net. The preceding has been an exclusive presentation of the Management Science Associates Sports Network.